Alright, welcome back to another episode of Stories from the Unbound Shores. Where we last left off, the group had worked on putting out fires in the remnants of this town, which has now doubled in size. If that has bugged any potential viewers, sorry, but I wanted to get it to a reasonable scale, whereas before it was not, mostly due to haste. Uh, so the group put out the fires. They have scooped up the now, like, ashes of the Death Knight into a pot, jar. I don't quite remember what it was.
A pot that is not a chamber pot, but is for holding things.
All
So
right.
it has a lid.
I tied the lid to it. So even if it
They've
tips over, it shouldn't spill.
they've searched on our houses and were able to find one young 9-year-old boy hiding in a cellar of Storehouse in the town here. However, upon seeing Eskel in his, in the fact that he's a drow, he fled back to his hiding spot out of fear, but after a very meaningful conversation and set of promises, ended with a pinky swear, Eskel was able to coax the boy Tom out of hiding, and they are now making plans for what to do next. Oh yes, one other thing, they found 3 bodies that may have been adventurers, that could have been what had done a number on the Death Knight before they arrived. Yeah, I think that sounds. Alright. So, what's next?
Well, we've got the child over here to the northeast, and we need to determine where we're heading and where we're taking the child and what we're doing with the ashes. So, I'm going to turn to Al here. Say, okay. Perhaps now we should rejoin with the others and determine what our next move is. Tom, are you good to come with me to talk with our friends?
Something that actually I declared, excuse me, I declared doing, was bringing Tom over to see the horses to possibly distract his mind a little bit from the carnage that ensued last night.
Yes, that was what led to him seeing
Eskel.
Eskel. Sorry. Spaced there for a second. So I'm aware, but it's not like something he'd be just continuing to do immediately. Things have kind of changed since that action was declared. But if that's something you'd still like to do, you could offer to do that again.
No, it's okay.
Right. Then in response to Eskel, he'll say, yeah, maybe if we're leaving, I should pack a bag or something.
I look to Al for a moment and turn back around and say, yeah, do you need any help?
Well, if someone could unlock the storehouse, I could get some food from in there. But I think I can pack by myself, but I wouldn't mind company.
Take me to the storehouse.
Well, we're at it. This is just the backside.
Oh. Take me to the lock?
He'll take you over here.
Al will follow close behind. Excuse me.
What does the locking mechanism look like?
Just a simple metal lock. Normally have a small key, but you see the door is open. It's like, huh? Hey, I think guys already been through here, or was it him? He shudders at the thought.
I look thoughtful for a moment and say, I'm not sure. Get behind me. I'm going to move to the door and push it open with my sword and shield ready.
I will
Alright.
follow close behind with her bow and arrow drawn.
Alright. Then roll me some perceptions as you enter the building.
Do I lose the disadvantage since I'm going out of the sun, or am I still at disadvantage?
Don't see a reason to be too many windows, and it's just like I don't see why there'd be a reason for windows to be a storehouse. So yeah, you can ditch the disadvantage.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
Not a great
Perception.
roll. Perception. I got a 9.
14 plus 16.
All right. Do either of you have passives higher than that?
Oh, I don't believe so.
My passive perception is 12.
Same.
So, yes, my passive is higher than what I rolled.
I was pretty sure yours was, which is why I asked. Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, I
have the
forgot
right numbers.
to look at that.
You're good. Very small and not hard to search or see almost everything from once you first enter the door. And you see doesn't appear to be anyone or anything in there.
Alright, I'm going to, hold up a hand saying, wait out here, and I'm going to do a quick sweep, walking through the room just to make sure that I've checked all the corners and everything, and then if there's nothing inside, then I would go back to the door and signal him in.
Alright, you're not going to find anything, so
Okay.
as we signal, he'll come in.
Must have been one of my allies open the door. I can ask them.
Alright,
If there's any, pouches or bags or anything, on the wall for moving, collecting, or storing things, I would pull one down and hand it to him and say, take as much as you can. I don't know how long we'll be on the road.
he'll nod and take it. There's not much in the way for, long-term moving, not for, backpack or something, but there would be some sacks and things.
Actually, as I hand him one or two, I'm also going to grab a couple of my own and start filling them. Nobody else in this town needs it.
Yeah. You'll find mostly kind of the longer-lived foods that could be kept out in not climate-controlled place, as that's not really a thing in this world.
Hard cheese, dried meat.
Yeah, hard cheese, dried meat, potatoes, things of that nature. A little bit of old bread, so something on its way to becoming dwarven battle bread.
Okay. I'll look to Al and say, I'm going to stock up a little on whatever I think will keep the longest. You should let the others know that I've got the child, and they should determine where it is we're headed next, what we're doing with the child, and what we're doing with the pot.
Oh, well, nod. Make her way over to the rest of the group.
So you see Al up here.
So, we are in luck. The child is going trust us, Gold. What is our plan with A, the pot, B, the child? And we also need to figure out our destiny. Anyone have any thoughts?
Um, a question to the voice in the sky. I put this in the chat, but I figured it'd be faster this way. Isn't Denon's sister in this area? Somewhere close by, allegedly? Maybe? Or am
Not
I...
particularly. It'd be a
No.
few days' ride here.
Okay. Don't know why I thought they were close by.
I mean, they're relatively close in the grand scheme of things, but they're not particularly close at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's entirely reasonable to have thought that because Thenon's sister being nearby had been part of the discussion of coming here, and it took a lot of talking to determine that she was not nearly as close as it had seemed.
Okay.
If you guys want, I can pull up the world map. You can take a look. It's been slightly updated with some other information of points of interest.
Actually, just pulling that up right now. Let's see.
I'll pull it up on Roll20 for everyone to be able to take a look.
So
I can't
we
lean
are
forward
here.
to zoom in. Trapped. I said I can't move forward to like look at it. I'm trapped.
Is there any way you can reach your mouse to zoom in or something?
No, that's what I'm saying. I can't reach anything. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone.
Well, there should be a different link to the current map in the pin section in the Discord.
So we're in Stoneborough.
Right.
And the way I had heard it was that the sister was somewhere over near Borstad.
Oh, is she?
Oh wow.
Yes. Or shot.
From Borstad, not necessarily in Borstad.
Ah, okay.
That's part of what ended up making the distance confusing.
Yeah, I mean, this from to in, I'm still trying to fully determine what the current location is, but I'm not over there to talk
Yeah,
at
if
him
I'm being
right
honest, that makes two of us. So, to the best of your knowledge, Thomas, Thenon, where is your sister?
Looks like
Then
Thomas
not
dropped.
disappeared.
Oh,
I don't know, I'm refreshing Roll20 because it's just spazzing out.
oh, okay. I love your new mic, by the way.
What?
Thomas's new mic, I like it. It's very clean and clear.
Indeed.
Good. Thanon has no idea where his sister is.
Okay.
Frankly, is something we've established. He doesn't know where she is.
Then, based off the map, would the closest city be Borstad, or...
That would be the closest large city. But there is a smaller city closer that would be Pine Cove to the east.
Okay, I wasn't sure if Pine Cove was actually a city, or if it was just like a landmark.
No, it's well, it's not really a city, it's a town, but it would be bigger than this one and be more well fortified, and would have some natural defenses just based on its location.
I misread it as pine cone.
I
Very
mean,
good.
me too, if I'm being
there's-
honest.
There's a sign outside the town that says Pine Cove, formerly Pine Cone. Don't ask.
Or like somebody just added some strokes to the V and made it an N.
Yeah, that's more what I imagine. It's supposed to say Pine Cove, but some jerk went and just painted on the sign.
When we show up there's just a dude that's getting rid of that paint. Again, like you just see that there's just layers of paint there.
Those damn youngsters come back here every third week and paint this sign. I just don't know what I'm doing with my life.
All of the above will be happening if you go there.
Oh lord.
I mean, we can't keep the child forever. We probably need
No.
to a responsible.
But if Pinecone is, I mean, do we want to take the child to the large city or the small city?
I feel like if we were to take him to the large city and Ghosty Boy were to resurrect in the pot, we'd have a better time fighting him with a larger city.
We'd also
Question,
be
is
putting
this
more people in
conversation
danger.
is this conversation happening in character or out of character?
I think it's in
This conversation
character.
happening in character.
Oh,
It needs
okay.
to be.
Right, I rephrase Ghosty Boy to Death Boy.
I
Alright.
assume any of those, like any of time you do something like that, is just kind of in character would have been phrased slightly differently. But yeah,
Yes.
it's on you.
If we're gonna be back in character, can we get the current map back up?
Yes, I was just leaving there in case you wanted to discuss.
But the problem is if we bring him to the small town and the Death Knight is to resurrect in the pot, then they might not have the people or the capability to fight him, and then we've killed a tiny town.
Throw the thing in the ocean. There, problem solved. Al will look at Basilisa with her arms raised. It's that simple.
Why don't we take the pot to the Isle of Heaven?
This is also a good point. Al.
Should we
Seems
bring?
a reasonable place to either one determine more thoroughly what the threat would be like, and if the Death Knight would come back at the pot, and if he would, then surrounded by clerics and paladins seems a reasonable place for him to come back for us.
Not a bad place to bring the child either, I'm sure.
No, not at all.
Sounds like we have our next destination then.
Well then,
Are we all agreed?
I can get behind this.
Did the boy say something about knowing where his grandfather had gone?
can you guys roll me some insight checks?
Oh.
Does-
Garbage.
My
Insight.
passive is an 11. I'm better at those than I thought.
My insight is 10, but I
Great.
got a 19.
Oh, this is
I
not as bad.
rolled my passive, so let me just put that in the chat.
You only
I
need to say what your passive is if it's the higher number.
No, they're the same number.
Yeah, I was to Al.
Oh, sorry.
Mine's 18. Alright, Cat, I have to move you.
That's illegal.
I have to get up.
No, you don't.
It's a do.
As a cat.
To be able to reach the fucking computer.
Alright, so... Well, I suppose I should wait until I hear paper.
I already said 18.
18. Alright, I had missed that. My bad. Alright.
Type that in chat for you.
Thank you.
Well, what did you
Still-
get, then? Then on, sorry. So bad at this.
Tama?
15.
15. Alright, so then everyone but Dirk
Oh, poor Dirk.
has the... Well, I will remind you of what was said in the meaning, or able to suss out from what was behind it. He has said that his mom told him his grandpa had gone away about a year ago.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, he's likely gone. It's like telling someone that their dog went to live on a farm.
Okay.
Why would
What
you
did
do
you-
that with Grandpa?
What did you think I meant when I said your pets went next door?
I thought they went next door. Figured it was a nice place.
But also, like, who doesn't teach their children about death in this world? Lord.
Right?
A lot of people, which is why you exist.
Oh, shit. I don't want to talk to the child.
To be,
You
to be
chose
fair,
the wrong vocation then.
Yeah. Also, he's only 8.
I thought he was
Well,
9.
Who's now?
He is 9. I said that a little incorrectly. He was
Okay.
only 8 at the
Let's
time.
bring up uncomfortable memories.
I simply will state for your benefit though that the clerics of the goddess of death in this world would, a major part of their job would be explaining to people who fear and don't understand death why it's a good thing.
I get that, I do, but there's also character reason why she's not going to talk to that fucking child. Like, no. We don't interact with children.
Well, good thing I'm over in the granary.
So,
Does anyone inform Dirk?
Oh!
you,
What?
The
Oh.
kid's grandpa's dead.
Because yeah, Dirk's just like, did the child say? Did the boy say where his grandfather went?
You and
Dirk,
I-
I've got some. Well, his grandfather passed away.
Then that seems all the more reason that he should find. I assume in the Isle of Heaven there are, like, orphanages essentially that take in
yeah,
people
they're
and raise them in different faiths and all of that, depending on.
they're absolutely
They just get like
places.
allocated.
Like Arathis and Palor would definitely both have orphanages in their respective areas.
So then, well, all the more reason for us to bring him to the Isle of Heaven then.
Where's the slow-mo and see?
What? I'm sorry, Sam. Could you please repeat what you said?
All the more reason for us to bring him to the Isle of Heaven then, if he has no living family.
I see that as a fitting option.
Ah, dang it! I feel so stupid when I do that.
When you change your screen to the new page but don't remember to bring us there.
Yeah, yeah. Like, it's on. Let me say this for all future reference. If you ask for the map to be changed and I don't do it within, like, a minute, feel free to ask again, call me out, whatever. The
Okay.
chances are I think I did and I actually didn't.
I was trying to be a little discreet so the stream didn't have to know you got called out, but okay.
No, I need to be more immediate because
Alright.
otherwise I'm just gonna feel like a moron.
Twitch chat, feel free to bully Derek when he doesn't
So-
update things. I'm kidding.
Hashtag YOLO.
Dirk, you believe we should bring the child to the Isle of Heaven? Does anybody have any objection to? Because I don't feel comfortable taking this child adventuring anywhere else with us.
I don't think it was ever the plan to take the child on the adventures with us.
Still, I'd rather say that and be safe rather than sorry.
I'm gonna jump back to Escal and Tom for a second.
Hmm?
You guys will have been whatchamacallit? You guys
We
would
were
have been-
gathering stuff, so I
gathering
figured
stuff.
that then we would walk back over to the party.
And after he's gotten a full bag, he'll say, I would spare clothes be good? I have some stuff in my room I could get.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
I can take care of that myself if you want to go discuss things with your friends.
If you feel comfortable doing it by yourself, I don't mind helping.
I think I could use a little time alone.
I nod. I hold out a hand for the bag of food. I says, I'll take this to the others.
Hand it over.
We'll be over here.
So, how'd it go?
I hold up the 3 sacks of perishable foods and say, well, these should last at least a couple of days.
Wonderful. We were thinking about bringing Tom to the Isle of Heaven. That was Dirk's suggestion.
I thought we were going to take him to his grandfather.
I am
Correct.
informed that his grandfather has passed away.
Oh,
The, natural cycle of life.
indeed.
I feel like they should have been honest with the boy. Deserves to know.
What if
When I say he deserves to know, I do look at the cleric.
Shit.
someone should tell him? Yes,
Yes, someone should. I continue looking at the cleric.
Theory intensifies.
Al will actually go over and put a hand on Vasil's shoulder.
I'm gonna
I-
set the food bags down on the ground.
I can't talk to children.
Oh,
I know it's my responsibility, but
alright, well, I can talk to the child then.
Where is the child, by
He's
the way?
packing a
Vestal?
bag, getting some clothing and other things from his home. He's taking things quite well.
And you just left him in the house by himself?
I offered to go with him. He said he wanted to be alone.
Steve.
I think that it was a reasonable request given everything that's happened. Are you worried about him?
Well, I mean,
I'm
we don't
personally
really know if the Death Knight was the only thing that attacked this town.
What else was here?
We don't know.
Well, I look to Thenon and say, Thenon, you were checking the houses. Did you find any evidence of further threats here?
No.
Did you have a chance to check them all?
No, I believe I didn't get the character. I believe I didn't get to the last one.
Correct. You weren't able to get the lock. You rolled incredibly poorly.
No, that, but we got the we got the boy in the second one.
Yes.
So the order of events was a bit confusing there.
Well,
So if I found the
I
boy, I
would-
wouldn't have gone to the third one.
I would have. Perhaps I assumed wrong, but if you were going to check around for cellars and things, I would have assumed you would have done that after kind of checking the inside of houses. And that's why I had placed it after having gone and failed at opening the third house. Perhaps that was my.
Yeah, I wouldn't unlock a door and then move on to the next house to unlock. It's unlock door, go in, check.
Well,
Sure,
yeah.
move on to the next house.
Alright, so according to you, Thomas.
I've checked 3 of the houses. The last one hasn't been checked.
Okay. So we're just talking about these 3 at the moment.
This one.
Okay.
This is the last house that has not been burned down, that has not been checked.
Okay.
Yeah, this one here.
Okay, and so Thanon is reasonably certain that there's only one building in the entire village that hasn't been checked.
It's the only non-burned building that's
Okay.
been checked.
Alright. I think that's still a pretty good percentage there. Talking about 80-something% of the place checked. Okay. So it seems like you...
And actually, I may have more comment here. In regards to like enemies, Lady Amelie would have seen any in her efforts of putting out the fires in regards to burned buildings. So yeah, it would be all but this building for knowing if there's anything else here trying to harm you.
Okay. I'll say, well, I think that overall the village seems to be safe. If you want to go and check that last building, you and I can go check on the boy, Lady Amelie?
Yeah.
Because he's only
Make
been
sure
gone
he's-
about 2 minutes at this point.
Oh, has it been 2 minutes? Okay.
About.
And I've got a view of the building the kid is allegedly in, right?
Yeah, this building
Okay.
here.
So I would have seen if the kid had left the building. Or if something
Correct.
had gone into the building.
Correct, unless you through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So we'll go and check on the boy. Just, go to the door and call inside and say, hey, Tom, are you okay? And Thanon, in the meantime, can go look at the last building that he hasn't checked yet.
All right. Whatchamacallit? Tristan, you said your passive perception was 12?
12 passive.
All right. Lady
Unless I'm
Amelie
in the
was-
sun, in which case it's 7.
In this case, it's for hearing, so it doesn't.
Okay.
Lady Amelie, what is your passive perception?
Perception is 11.
11. Alright, then as your approach, before you call out, you'll specifically escalate here. Lady Amelie's not quite able to hear Tom crying softly in the house. Do you still call out, or do you do something else?
I will hear this and listen for a moment to make sure that it isn't, like, physical distress crying, which I don't think it is, and so...
It's not.
Okay, and then I will turn to Amelie and say, I think he needs a little more time.
I can't hear the crying though, right?
Not without listening for it actively.
Okay. Damn, I guess I have to be insensitive here then.
Mhm.
Time for what? He's just packing his things in there. We should check on him.
Oh, no, actually, He's feeling things at the moment. Just needs some space to, get it out.
I'm sorry. I need a moment. Feeling things. This is out of character.
Boy.
Why would you say it like that? He's feeling things. Sir?
He's feeling things and he needs to be alone.
That has a lot of meanings. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Okay.
Welcome to D&D on Sundays.
Eskel's
Oh,
eyebrows are
Lord's
raised
Day.
pleadingly, like, let's just give him some time.
Uh,
I will say, oh, listen harder. Can I hear the crying now that I'm listening harder?
Now you can roll perception.
Oh,
And
Jesus,
hope
okay.
you roll an 11. I'm kidding. You probably don't need one.
Oh, I don't need to roll?
Well, you do need to roll, but I
Okay.
don't know how high of a roll you need.
Hey, I rolled an 8.
8. So, is that what you got in total?
Oh, wait, I can use my passive if it's higher, right?
Correct, but your passive is still too low. That's why you had to roll.
Oh, okay.
You're now trying to beat you're now actively trying to beat your passive.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled an 8.
Well, do you
And
add
my
anything
passive.
to the 8? Like, is the 8 on the die, or is the 8 already totaled up?
The 8 is on the die. I add wisdom to that, right?
Yeah, you add wisdom, and if you have proficiency in it, you also add your proficiency bonus. So if you look at the skill in the tree down at perception, it should have a number in a box with a plus. That's what you add to the die roll.
Oh, I got a 9 then.
Okay, you have +1.
Well, I don't hear shit.
That's fine. It just means that you have +1 wisdom and you're not proficient in perception.
Well, I will say, oh.
Oh, actually, roll it with advantage since you're being told to listen for something very specific.
And actually,
Okay, cool.
apologies, we knew that since your passive is 11, it means that you're +1.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. 16.
Alright, you can actually hear the crying.
Oh. Yes. Let's give him a moment then.
Okay. Sorry, I was laughing because I decided to try clicking the skill check to let D&D Beyond roll it, and it rolled a 2 on die, so I got a 4. Not that I
Nice.
needed to roll anything. I was just doing it for fun.
I saw you roll it, but it actually rolled underneath the chat, so I couldn't see the number.
I didn't know you could do that. That's fun.
I think it wasn't originally available to everybody. It might be now.
Yeah, I just did
Yeah,
it.
the
Neat.
dice is available to non-subscribers now. They had it when it was in beta. It was
Just for subscribers. Okay, cool. I'm glad that's available to everybody now, then.
Yeah, subscribers get early access to features, but from my understanding, they'll all be full access once they come out, including things like the encounter builder and stuff.
Sweet.
I hate it.
Oh
I
my
rolled a
goodness.
Go to
I'm
hell. I
stuck
can't
in-
even get into it.
Rolling dice on the screen now. This is fun. You shouldn't have told me about this.
So sorry. But, like, the nice thing is that you don't have to do any math. Like, somebody says roll perception, you just have to click the little box next to perception. And it'll give you the total over on the right.
And what made you so angry, Kyla?
She rolled a
I
1.
rolled a 1.
You guys also have character sheets you should be able to access in Roll20 if you wanted to. If you wanted to fill those out, you could do the same thing here as well. If you don't want to have 2 programs open.
I don't mind.
Oh yeah, mine is definitely blank right now.
Yep. I think I started trying to fill them out once, but I think I just stopped after the first one. I might get back around to filling these out later. If people want to use them instead.
I'm having 2 tabs open.
It makes it so that you can just click on the little character sheet thing in the top right on Roll20 rather than having to go between 2 tabs.
Yeah.
Anywho. So,
Oh, How about Thenon at that third house?
Right, so you guys were going to all go off, or what was the plan for Team B here in house number 3?
Well, I had suggested that Thenon finish his sweep. He hadn't responded, though.
Okay. I can do that.
Alright. Does anyone go with him, or is it just Thenon?
I will not be going.
Um,
Staring down the pot.
I think I will go too. Just
I can see them.
so that he's not alone again.
Right. Also,
Okay.
you don't know what's in the house. It's probably full of monsters.
And what of you, Al?
Stay. Yes, you're muted.
Ash is dead.
Oh, they BRB'd. Okay. I'll
Oh.
just assume they're staying with Faz and Lisa then, so we can move on.
Yeah. Makes sense. Groups of twos.
So, you guys get to the house. Thenon, I guess I will need another attempt at lockpicking here to get in.
$21.
21.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll do it.
it just falls off.
No.
Thenon looks at it and falls to the ground in terror.
Picking the
Dirk
lock and
glares
just
at it.
pulls it off.
Dark glares at it and just like shifts the weight of his maul.
So you start to lockpick it and found that you were like literally like one poke off from when you finished last time. And so you finished within like half a second. Like it took you more time to get down at the lock than to actually pick it. So you can now open the door. I assume you wish to head inside.
I open the door, and I go inside.
All right.
I follow.
Inside, you see a small, it's a small house with fireplace, one bed, a couple, like, chests, cabinets, some stuff for holding things, and a small table in one corner. And a shelf along one wall. A few books on the shelf. There's an unlit candle and one to share at the table. Bed looks kind of unkempt, as if someone hadn't gotten around to making it yet. But that seems to be about it.
To Thenon, I will say, is there anything specifically we're attempting to find in these houses?
Stop and listen. Might hear something.
I will listen.
Um,
Oh, that's a 12.
whereabouts did I find the
I got an 11.
the place where Tom was? Was he out the back or was he in the house? Is that where
He
the?
was in a cellar which had an entrance at the back of the building. Outside.
Okay. Okay. Going to turn to Dirk and just say, would you mind checking the back of the building, see if there's a cellar entrance? That's where I found the boy in the last house.
All right. I will head out, go to the back, and look for the cellar entrance.
Anything?
Voice in the sky.
You don't see anything just yet. Like, there doesn't appear to be any cellar entrances or anything of that nature. There is one more side of the house you suppose you could check, but that's up to you.
I will be thorough in my search.
All right.
It's so hard for me to not answer whenever I hear someone call for the voice in the sky.
Wait,
I suppose I could use a different name since that's one we used a lot in the Tuesday game.
Like, every time somebody says, voice in the sky, I go, ha! Oh, not me.
We just need to, like, huck Heskel into the air and then...
I just, like, automatically inhale in preparation to answer, and then I go, no, not me.
Do we want a different term for the DM? That's just the term for the DM that I've used.
I mean, I'm not
since,
complaining and saying you have
college.
to change it. I'm just remarking on the fact that I always have to stop and think when I hear it.
But if people do come up with a different nickname for the DM, if I don't hate it, we can use that instead.
I don't know, I kind of like the voice in the sky being like, you know, our characters are just standing there and you're screaming down at them. Jesus?
you don't.
Can't call you that.
Bob?
Can't call you that. I'm already going to hell for a lot of things. Don't add that to my list.
What's one more thing on the list, though?
Hey, Meek Meek.
I see it as I'm already going to hell anyway.
Baby. Mika being sweet. Alright, see ya.
Meow, meow, meow.
Was there an entrance on this side?
There was not.
Okay,
Sorry,
I'm
just
going to... Yeah, I'm going to go back inside and say to Venom that I didn't see any way into a cellar outside. Have you heard anything in here?
No.
All right. As you get back, you'll notice that Thenon has managed to get the chest in the room open. Do you take a look inside, or just leave it at that?
I see him standing in front of an open chest.
Well, not really in front of, but near.
Just asking. What was in the chest?
Have a look. I walk over and I pick up. What's I got? A breastplate. This sword. I suppose valuable enough in a town like this.
I'm sure that they served their owner faithfully.
Up to a point. Actually, I pick up the sword. Okay. Let's go rejoin this lot.
What kind of sword does it look like?
It is a long sword. And whatchamacallit, Dirk, you'll notice what looks to be some draconic words etched into the blade on the opposite side. It would have been face down the chest, which is why you notice it's supposed to thin on who picked it up.
Mm-hmm. We can ask Lady Amelie what it says there.
Wait, what? What says?
With the sword, I point at it. It has a draconic inscription.
Okay. What does it say?
I don't know. But
Asking out of character.
Oh.
Do you speak Draconic?
Yup.
Huh.
Damn it, I'm not the only one.
Apparently nobles in this world speak Draconic. Who knew?
It's the language of contracts.
No, that's Infernal.
I have a good reason for knowing Draconic, okay?
Yes, it's given to you by your class. Let me see.
It'd be beautiful if the language of trade was just infernal.
What do you mean it would be?
Oh boy.
Sorry, I'm trying to juggle a few things in my head at the moment, which is just resulting in the output of nothing.
What's that do, kid?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to PM it to you, or do you want me to just say it? Then on.
I'll read it out loud, so.
Alright, then. It says, to my friend, may it keep you alive. Followed up with a name at the end that I need to go back and find in tabs here. I didn't pin it like an idiot. So it says, may this keep you alive. Actually, I'll only rephrase it a little to make it a bit better. Keep you alive and bring you back. Zadar. which was the name you found on the Dragonborn's backpack, who was found dead outside.
Did they bring it over for translation?
Read it.
Thenon can read it.
Oh, Thenon can read it. Okay, sorry. I was like, oh, they're still over in that house, though. Okay. I'm glad some people in the party can read Draconic. And that it's not the followers of the Dragon God.
Look, there were other lessons that were more important, like how to hit things better. Than they hit you.
I learned Celestial, which is the actual language of the gods.
Yeah, but Bahamut also speaks Draconic. Alright, now I have those names pinned, so I don't have to go find them again. Alright.
Wait, is the name to or from this guy?
It was... like that... Like, bringing back... So it was more from, is how it would be interpreted, although it doesn't say specifically either way.
If there are no survivors here, shall we rejoin the others?
Sounds like an idea. He really etched his own name onto a sword? That's odd.
It is not necessarily his sword. If they were traveling, then they might have gone here specifically if they knew someone in the town.
True, yes.
The boy didn't seem to know them, so it seems like they're not from here. But
Alright.
I think upon getting back to Miss Lisa and Al, I'll say we didn't find any other survivors in that house. No basement that anyone might be hiding in.
But I could expect it.
I did not catch that.
I said unfortunate, but I kind of expected it.
Can we be over there as well, me and Amelie, since we
Yes.
had determined that we were going to be giving the child more time?
Oh, I thought we were just gonna awkwardly stand outside
I mean, we
and
can,
listen to the kid cry.
but, like, Dirk and Thenon, we were able to see them leave the house and return to the others. So I imagine that, like, heading over this way would be like, okay, now we can get caught up on what's happening. I mean, I'm gonna nudge Amelie and say, oh, they're leaving the house. Let's go see what they found. And I'm gonna
Okay.
head back over to the group. You can stay here if you want. I'm not forcing you to do anything.
Dang it.
So we head up here as Al is saying that. Say, expected what? What'd you find?
No survivors.
Ah. And no further threats.
Not that I noticed. I didn't hear anything there, and there wasn't a basement that anyone could have been hiding for us to look in.
Okay. Are you holding the items that you removed from the building?
I believe Thenon has the sword, but I think that's the only thing that we removed, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have.
Alright. Are you just like holding it in your hand?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that I would notice it just because Thenon classically does not carry weapons. He just has his cane, so I would look to Thenon and say, "What's that?"
This is a sword.
Oh, you found it in one of the buildings?
Yes. I hand it over and be like, look, see the name.
Is everything on it written in Draconic?
Yes, but the name would still stand out because it would be the same as what was written on the bag's tag.
And I saw that bag?
Yes.
Okay. I see. So this likely belonged to the Dragonborn whom we found earlier?
Based on the inscription, it seems that it was a gift to a friend, which would explain why he was in town.
I see. What do we want to do with it?
I don't know, what do we want to do with it?
I mean, the person who was going to gift it is lost, and the person who was going to receive it is lost. It has no owner.
I was thinking we could give it to the boy.
Why the child?
I kind of weigh it
He's the
between...
closest thing we have to an owner.
I weigh it between my hands. I say, well, it's probably a little big for him right now, but I think I understand where you're coming from on that suggestion. I let it fall into just one hand and just sort of hold it before me, and I say, I rub my chin a moment, and I say, do we know if it's magical?
I don't.
That's a
I don't-
question to the group, guys, not to me.
I'm going
I
to
don't
set
think-
it gently on the ground with both hands and take a step back and say, so we also don't know if it's cursed.
Ah, lovely.
My detect
Great.
magic isn't still active, is it?
I believe it's been long enough that it's not.
I think it only
Yeah.
lasts 10
only 10
minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, you can... I believe Detect Magic is a ritual, so you can cast it as a ritual.
Sorcerers
Sorcerer.
don't. get
Sorcerers
ritual
don't
casting
ritually cast. Okay, never mind.
But I believe they do still have spell slots left if they still wish to cast Detect Magic anyway.
About what is it at this point there?
It's not been very long since the start of the session in game. It's been a lot of pauses on my part.
So we arrived in town around 10 a.m.
Yep.
How long have we been in town?
There was basically the entirety of last session, which had almost no pauses, so you've been in town for about 4 hours. So
So it's about 2.
about 2, yeah.
So, what voice in the sky? What is the difference between ritual and like cast? Like, so if it's a ritual, it doesn't take a spell slot.
Right.
Yeah, the ritual
Right.
cast means it does not take a spell slot. It can only be done for certain spells, and it takes an extra like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Is detect evil and good a ritual cast?
So you can
Um,
tell
believe
if any of
so.
this... So you can tell if any of the spells you know are able to be cast ritually, because they will have an R on it's a white R emblazoned on a black book icon next to the name of the spell.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, Detect Evil and Good is not a ritual spell.
But it does mean that if you have Detect Magic prepared, you
I do
could
not.
cast it.
I have detect people good prepared.
Okay.
So, is he still packing up? I will look back and forth between Amelie and Eskel.
I'm sorry, you cut out a lot. I didn't hear what she said.
I get to choose a new spell, and I didn't do that.
So I take it he's still getting ready.
Yes, something like that.
Something like that. I will raise an eyebrow.
He's getting ready emotionally.
I will nod. Understood. Just we should probably pick and choose our destination. We have not done so already.
I believe we were going to head towards the Isle of Heaven.
So following Dirk's understand.
We shouldn't let the child cry for too long. It forms strong negative associations if you let him wallow in it.
It's true.
What do you suggest?
Let's go get the child.
It's a good suggestion, Lady Amelie. I don't know why you decided to sing it.
Sorry.
I will actually follow Amelie.
Go get the child.
But
Sam, I can get Detect
I'll make
Magic.
sure you explain
I can
the
get
deeper
detect-
understandings of death to the child, please. You seem fond of him, and well, I can't.
try
So
I will try my best.
believe in you.
And get Detect Magic.
Wait, is this the door for the house right here that I'm standing
No,
on?
that's a window.
Okay. The door's right here?
Yep, the door would be next to the path.
Okay, okay. That, smart. Okay. I'm going to knock on the door and call out for Tom. Tom?
Yeah?
Are you ready to go yet?
Almost ready. I just need to grab one more thing from the cellar.
Would you like one of us to grab it?
Sure. It's a fishing pole. It's off in this one corner. He'll describe where it's at, so you can go grab it fairly easily.
I'm looking for a fishing pole.
Yeah, I figured I could use it to help carry the bag of food, and it'd be useful wherever it is we're going.
I'll shrug to my family. I'll go grab it if
Hey, is voice in the sky, is Tom coming out of the house now, or?
Yeah, he'd be on his way out.
Right. Cool. I'll be here with Tom then.
He's making a bindle.
What?
He's making a bindle.
Alright, I will go inside and look around for the fishing pole.
Alright. You find out how much trouble and the directions.
Alright. Wonderful. Alright. I assume at this point.
What was that?
I said, after I find the fishing pole, I assume we rejoin the group.
Yeah, if you go and get it to Tom.
Yeah, I would have.
Alright, then you'll be saying, alright, I think I have everything. I think I'm ready. But then at least ready to get away from the smell.
Oh, let's get going then.
Hey, is it voice in the sky? Is it hot in the town?
I mean, it's hotter closer to the building that's still on fire, but,
Oh, right, but like I took out the other fires with ice, so would it be hot or cold or like normal?
I'd say, since it's been a while, like they've been out for a while now, I'd say it's, like, feels like the rest of the area, so fairly temperate. Until you get near the, house-sized bonfire, which would be putting out a fair amount of heat.
Okay.
Demon, please.
The honeypot or
It's a cat.
okay, so
Favorite is in the group.
we're heading back to the group. Tom. Is Tom gonna come with us or
I'm still like standing near this sword laying on the ground, like, is somebody gonna detect magic on this?
The only one that has it is Amelie.
yeah, I am the only one that has it.
Have you got any, as you come back with Tom, I'm like, Lady Amelie, have you got any spell slots left?
Dude, can you? Is that like actually terminology they would use in this world?
Yes.
Like spell slots?
Because
okay.
I don't want to go to the extent of trying to create a different way to reference it. Yes, that's the
Translation convention.
Why call
okay,
a rabbit
okay,
a smearp?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Would you mind identifying or casting detect magic on this sword so at least we can understand if it's just a sword or something more nefarious?
Very well. Cast. Alright. Hey, is the sword magical?
It is.
Fuck me. Okay.
What kind of magic?
Yes.
Class.
Tell me in just a second when I have my pen in hand.
And let me look
Okay.
up what it's based on so I can pull up a spell school. Just to make sure I get this right.
Ready
Damn.
when you are.
The sword was also with a breastplate. If the sword is magic, perhaps the breastplate is as well. Might be worth checking.
Okay, I can do both. I have 10 minutes of a fucking magic eyeball.
Let me see. Where?
You want to go get it, so? Benon says to Dirk.
Would you like help?
I believe it's...
No, would you like to go get it?
Oh, I thought you said I'm going to go and get it.
But I was like, bitch, I'm not gonna touch that. Hello?
I set the sword down, like, right here, in one of these two squares.
It is abjuration.
It's always a fun school.
Abjuration. Okay.
I'm going to raise my brow and say, so either the sword protects its wielder, or the sword is protected in some way.
I'm going to go get the breastplate.
Okay. Wait, do you want me to? Do you want me to try attuning this thing? Wait, it's a longsword. I don't want it. I can't use a longsword.
Yeah, it would need to go to. It would basically just need to go to Dirk, or the elf.
It is only potentially useful for me.
Yeah.
And you're a
because
two-handy.
it can't be used for sneak attack.
Well,
That's unfortunate.
never know.
damn.
Maybe the enchantment's good.
Huh?
I said never know. Maybe the enchantment's good.
Using this would mean that, or you can use it two-handed. So yeah, it's
they're versatile.
yeah.
But I think in this edition,
also-
versatile only means +1 damage or something.
It changes
It
it from
changes the
a
die.
D8 to a D10.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if that was a different edition I was thinking of.
So I would be going from from 2d6 to
To a
1d10.
D10, which is lower.
Yeah.
Significantly lower.
Works in literally every way, but the enchantment might be useful.
Right. Well, so I'm going to say...
And besides, you could just have it as backup for those times when you hold a torch or something.
Yeah. Being able to have a shield would be nice.
So, I'm just going to say, well, because of the possibility that it could be something dangerous, given that we've just come into a village that was ransacked by an undead, and we don't want to make assumptions about things, that while this looks like a gift, it might be something less, more untoward or less beneficent.
Friendly.
Yeah. We can either attune the thing and hope for the best, or we could identify it when we have more magic at our disposal.
Sure, somebody in the Isle of Heaven could tell us.
Exactly.
Hey, what about the breastplate?
I don't know. Where's this guy? I brought the breastplate back. I assumed it didn't take me long to
Yep.
pick it up.
If you go and fetch it and bring it back, it will be classified also as abjuration.
And there was no inscriptions on that one?
No inscriptions.
Okay.
That's impressive. A piece of enchanted armor and a weapon in this little town.
Maybe someone went and pulled a Laramundus, decided to retire to a small fishing village.
Well, that didn't work out well.
And while I've got Detect Magic active, is there anything else that I haven't looked at already that is magical that I can see now?
It's the fishing pole magic.
Anything does anything the kid have? Is the kid
mean-
glowing?
No.
You could take a jog around the town and just look into each of the houses if you were worried about that letting Detect Magic go to waste. Since
Sir,
it's just a
do you
cone.
see my icon? Do you see what I'm wearing? You think I'm going jog? Hell no, I'm in pumps.
clothes.
Take a small stroll. Better?
You think I have clothes that don't have heels? Come on.
Surely there's
I've run in heels. Please.
Given the
Whatever.
nature of our goals, I would hope that you are able to move in ways necessitated by combat.
I'm just fucking with y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I can walk around the town and check things out, I guess.
It seems a small town. I don't know if she can get everything, but probably.
Well,
I mean, if she's trying to move quickly, so she might have to take off the heels if she wants to actually check every building. But if she moves quickly, she can poke her head in most places and see if there's any thing that shows up.
seeing as, like, most of these buildings are just fucking husks, I don't even have to, like, poke my head in. I can just look at them.
Well, you
Right?
do kind of have to poke your head in because enough wood or materials can block your ability to detect the magic.
You just have to be able to see inside. If there's a big hole in the side because it was burned out, you can just look in the hole. But otherwise, yeah, that's what she's getting at.
That since by the time we got here, most of the fires were very close to being out. Most of the building would be like burned down.
Yeah.
So there wouldn't be much blocking my view, line of sight.
Alright, so if she takes this quick jog and pokes her head into whatever buildings need to be poked into, does she spot any other glows?
There is one faint glow from this building.
Which building? I'm sorry, I didn't see it light up.
Couldn't see
on
the
map.
whole town at once.
To the south.
this one
One
over
No,
here.
the very south.
Yeah, one with two vents up front.
And I imagine, for your sake, Amelie, that you ran the circuit and just took note of where you saw glows in case you saw more than one and didn't want to run out of time, and then you could go back.
Right. So since I only saw one in this one, we'll probably go back to it. Can I tell what it is from the outside? Or do I just see a glow?
You'll need to get closer to be able to tell what school of magic it is. But it appears to be coming from a vial on a shelf.
I guess I'll go inside carefully. What school of magic is it?
Allow me to double check.
Out of character question, would Al know that she would be able to pick up the sword without any problems?
Like, define pickup.
Like, actually, okay, I shouldn't say without any problems because we don't know that yet.
You saw Thenon holding the sword.
Yeah. Okay.
He didn't immediately burst into flame.
This is true. He didn't. Would probably casually just offer I could do it if anybody doesn't have any opinions to it. She'll shrug.
I'd rather we be safe and have the Isle of Heaven look it over. Someone in the Isle of Heaven.
If we're going there anyway, I don't have the Arcana to... No, wait, did I take Arcana? No, I didn't take Arcana. I don't have the Arcana to know things.
I mean, you can roll.
Okay, sure.
You could, if you want, like, if you tell me what it is exactly trying to get you, you might be able to roll history if you're better at that.
No better at it, and I got a 9. I don't know.
Alright.
Enchanted items that negatively impact the wielder are not uncommon in the Underdark. In fact, it's a popular trick.
Oh, okay. So a 9 history for dealing with Drow and doing that, but probably nothing. With a 9, it's this. This is weird. I don't like not being able to make history checks.
What is it you're looking for like what type of information is it you're looking to know exactly?
I'll PM you.
Seriously, not list. Okay.
I have no reason to know that information.
Ow!
Alright.
Yeah,
I'd say with a 9, you...
Yeah.
Well... yeah, if you... Like, I'd say if you roll a 10, you would, but 9 is, like, just a little short, even with your history.
I think since we're going to the Isle anyway, it seems the safest course of action that someone there should identify it.
Yeah, however, I will point out that due to your history of being at the Isle of Heaven, you know there are clerics and, especially clerics of Ione that might have ways to deal with that particular problem.
Yeah.
think that it's probably safest if we can identify it first.
Al will nod to both of these. Alright, I was curious.
The armor is a breastplate, meaning the medium armor?
Yes.
Okay.
It is the thing that's one step below half plate.
Right.
But it also means you wouldn't get stealth disadvantage. So, pick your battles.
Yeah, but at level 4, I'm gonna be taking medium armor master.
How long has it been since Amelie disappeared?
Hello, I'm
Uh,
still
not
waiting
too
to find
long.
out what school
Yeah,
of magic.
She's just on pause while I try and find similar spells, since they don't list schools of magic with the magic items, even though there's an entire spell to find that information out.
3.5 did, so if the item would have existed in 3.5, you could look on the 3.5 SRD.
I'll keep that in mind for next time, but I think I'm close.
Welcome to 5e. You have to think about what it does and determine what schools that must be.
Yeah, and I've been doing that so far, but this one I'm not quite sure on, so I'm having to find something similar to base it off of.
If you want to send it to me, I can tell you what schools I think it is, but you also don't have to do that.
I'll send it to you. I was considering doing that anyways. So as long as you don't mind, it'll save me some
I won't med it.
Yeah. I know you wouldn't med it, but sometimes people don't want, would just not want to know.
Yeah, I know. It's all fine. It's whatever. We've already made our decision that we don't want to take the risk until we can identify anyway.
Well, this is not for this sword or shield. This is for the potion. Or
okay.
The sword and shield, I know exactly what those are. Those came up as abjuration.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Or not shield, sorry, sword and armor.
It's like a shield you strap to your body.
It's like a shield, but like a hug.
It's a shield that hugs you.
A cold steel hug.
After a little while, it's warm.
Oh, but in the mornings.
I'm leaning towards abjuration, but I'm not certain.
That is evocation.
Evocation.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
everything that does this has been lumped into evocation.
Alright, I was trying to find a similar spell, but I wasn't able to quickly, so thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you see...
which kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does. So, Lady Amelie, once you have done a better look at this vial, I assume you pick it up?
It's evocation, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's evocation. Which is the same as 3 of the other red vials you found earlier.
Evocation is the school of energy manipulation.
Yeah, it's energy manipulation.
And its most basic form.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll pick it up. Why not?
It's a good description of it. So
you see a clear red liquid, which has tiny bubbles of light in it.
Does it look like the vials we found earlier?
No, those were not clear. They were a bit more murky red, and they would glimmer when agitated. This does nothing of the kind. This is this has little bubbles of light, and it's clearer.
It's a fizzy lifting drink.
Would be.
Okie
That'd be
dokie.
transmutation.
If anyone would if people want to try and identify potions without the actual spell identify, you can roll the alchemist tools basically to try and identify them. So it'd basically just be intelligence if you don't have proficiency tools.
I don't have tools. Does anyone in the party have alchemy tools?
I don't know, at least.
I do not.
I don't think so.
I just figured I'd throw that out there since there are a few that you don't have. the facts for.
I know architecture and the tools that are required to construct things. It's not particularly helpful in this situation, but
Build us a mean hut.
We
It
can
would
play
serve us.
dragon chess in that hut. Because I have a dragon chess set. Okay, I guess I'll go back to the crew with this new vial.
You'll also see that there's a few other broken vials near it that seem to have had a similar color liquid kind of spilled around. This just seems to be the last surviving one.
Huh. And you said evocation. Hang on.
All of your ice spells are evocation.
Hmm.
And your force spell is evocation.
Technically, Ice Knife is conjuration.
Really?
yeah.
Yep, because you're conjuring a physical ice knife that you're throwing.
Interesting.
So there's still some of that red liquid, like, around the vial? The broken ones?
Yeah. But none of it registers as magic.
Huh?
I said, but none of it registers as magic.
Oh, really?
That would be correct.
My dancing light spell is evocation. That's dumb.
Yeah.
I'm
Produces
gonna-
like energy manipulation.
Sam, every spell is energy manipulation.
Exactly. Evocation is very broad.
So it's the effort. I don't know what this goes in.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. I have enchantment, evocation, evocation, evocation. I have access to fairy fire now? Yay!
Dope.
Customize.
You have something you could do in combat during the day.
Yeah. I didn't have it before. There, I have now made it so that it appears on my attack list, my action list. Actions. Fairy fire, yay!
I touched the leftover potion on the floor.
Okay.
Did it
Uh-oh.
do anything to me?
No, your hand is wet.
I wouldn't have touched it with my whole hand. Come on, I was just like,
Okay,
dipping
your
over
finger's
it,
wet.
and
That's semantics.
I don't want a wet hand, a wet finger I can deal with. What's the consistency like?
Goopy.
Goopy.
Ew.
Gross. Goopy.
Dancing lights is a cantrip.
Yep.
It's been on the floor, so I wouldn't taste it.
Oh, why would you anyway?
I mean, figure out what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you put your finger in it, and you smell your finger, and you rub your fingers together to see what its consistency is, and then you taste it. That's
I'm not tasting it, though.
You
So,
could taste it.
no.
You should probably taste it.
I will clean my finger off with a handkerchief and leave. Going back to the party.
Your handkerchief now looks bloody.
Great!
Handkerchief with prestidigitation.
Do you have precedence? You must.
I do.
Okay.
The handkerchief
believe-
is
yeah.
now clean.
I believe she almost didn't. But after I outlawed her third attack spell.
Right.
It's just funny that it's like, alright, clean this off with... Wait. Magic. Okay. There we go.
Alright, I'm back with the crew.
Alright.
What did you
I'm-
find?
I will hold up the vial I found and say, this is the only other magical thing I could find in the town.
Interesting.
Alright, we'll need to find out what each of these things does. I think, so that we don't get ourselves in trouble just using something that we haven't identified. That's my 2 cents on the matter. Right.
Just as a reminder of information. Vasilisa was able to identify the other red potions as potions of healing. but then there was some confusion. One came up as a different school of magic than the others.
Illusion.
And so we have that one separate from the potions of healing.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't accidentally grab that one thinking it's one of the potions of healing.
I mean, I'm still not gonna let y'all take the potions of healing till we have somebody else look at them. Can they be tampered with?
I'm gonna go over.
Anything can be tampered with.
Exactly. Nobody's taking them.
Yeah. Like, let me put it to you this way. This is the world where magic exists. Anything is like, nothing's off limits. Anything and everything can be tampered with if someone is a high enough level something.
Or spiteful enough.
Indeed. Spite can get you
Massey
long way.
paranoid enough that she's not gonna let y'all take those.
So I'm gonna go over
This
to
is
Tom.
fair.
I mean, I think concerned might be a bit better word. Concerned enough.
No, we're gonna stick with paranoid.
Okay, you do. Alright. So now what?
So I'm gonna go over to Tom.
Tom is next to you.
Yes. Well, he wasn't. I had to move over there. So I moved over to Tom. I'm gonna kneel down in front of him and say, "Did you get everything you need for a few days' trip, Tom?"
I think so. We have some food and clothes and a bedroll. We used to go camping, so I have some idea of what I need.
Excellent. Good job. Do you know what the Isle of Heaven is?
Kind of. I've heard of it. It's like a bunch of cities with religious people.
Yeah, that's right. It's actually my home, and Dirk's.
Dirk will nod.
I point to the dwarf. We're going to take you there. We know people there, and they can take care of you.
Okay. Yes.
It's the
Okay,
safest place
no.
we can take you for now, as we have to find the person who did this and understand what's going on and stop it from happening again, and that's very dangerous. So we can't take you with us for that.
I hope you get him.
We will. You're going to stay on the Isle of Heaven for a long time.
Wait, how? I don't know anyone there, and I don't have any money.
We're going to work it out. I look around to the others. I say, with the people that we know there, you won't need money, and they'll be able to provide you with food and clothing. But unfortunately, there's no one here who can take care of you. It's dangerous to stay here, and as I've been told, you don't have any other family we can go to.
There's Grandpa.
Al will
And
Oh.
nudge Trading Queen people.
Well,
step.
Al was trying to say something.
Sorry.
Al will step forward and be like next to Bull at this point. Just mostly, yeah. Mom and Dad didn't mention anything about your grandpa because
They did. They said he left. Went to go live near the river so he could fish more.
they didn't tell you what really happened. Your grandpa has passed on. I'm sorry you have to find out like this. I didn't want to have to be the bearer of bad news, but death is a natural part of life, you know, and sometimes it's just things we can control.
Tears are going to start to well up. So, you can't be gone like the rest. They just said he left. Fine. I believe you.
Do you know which river he went to, Tom?
No, they said they didn't want me to try and go bother him.
Did you have a good relationship with your grandfather?
I did. He was really nice. He always bring back good fish whenever he got the chance to. Told me fun stories. Helped me make this fishing pole.
If we don't know where he's gone, we can't go look for him. But I think my friends might be right. But I'm not sure. I wish we could know.
Could we at least leave a note or something in case he comes back?
We'll leave a note. Out.
I think that's a good idea. We'll help him make a note that says that he's gone to live on the Isle of Heaven.
Alright.
And we'll address it to his grandfather.
Alright, do any of you actually have, like, paper or parchment or a way to leave a note?
I do.
Potentially.
I mean, if Tristan does, that's awesome.
Eskel's got the journal. Just rip a page out of it.
I have
do
the
that
journal.
way, but I mean, I
bought-
also always buy paper and inkwell whenever I create a character.
I always try to, but if I'm playing older editions, I usually don't have the weight capacity. A shame.
So we write a note, and we leave it in his house.
Okay. Well, that's it. Should we get going?
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, we should.
Kind of waits for someone to take the lead.
Al will start marching over towards the horses.
He'll start to fall out. I just want to clarify what's being done with the ash and honey pot.
It is coming with us, right?
I will be carrying it
Bro.
for now.
To the ocean.
Sorry, honeypot triggered an entirely different thought line in my head.
Okay, I will assume that will be something that goes in the channel that should not be named.
No, it's female
Not
spies.
necessarily. All the rogues should know what it is.
What?
Oh, Al's going to get the horses? Me too.
I wasn't going to get the horses. I was making my way over there so we could get going.
Okay, yeah, sure, me too.
Don't leave Eskel behind.
Later, nerds.
Excuse me.
Alright,
Am I going to be carrying the Death Knight token as representative of the pot? Or assuming I
Very
have
large pot of honey.
in my...
at this point, it's just, the token's more or less just to show where his, like, armor and weapon are.
Okay.
We'll just say the pot is with you.
Yeah, just mark it down, like, in your inventory.
Armor, tools, weapons.
I'm gonna try and get you guys on the road here before I need to take a quick break for a second. Sounds pretty usual, the bathroom is always calm. So, how do you guys go, like, about, like, marching order and things like that?
I don't know how to add this to my inventory.
On Beyond, I assume?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on there.
I'm pretty sure we'd also take the sword and breastplate and
Maybe add a custom item under equipment.
So, we don't have a custom item for it, but what you can do is you can click on equipment and hit manage inventory, and then you can search for something that's like a container, you know, just to get the weight right, and then just click to add that, and then you can go in and click on the name, and then you can customize the name to say, like, Death Knight
Thank
Burn.
you for being helpful. Ow! Jesus.
Al would be probably walking toward the back.
Amelie's gonna ask Tom if he knows how to ride a horse.
Or
They let me try once, but it wasn't so, big.
Okay. Well, you can ride the horse with me.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Throw his token on top of the horse and I'll be on the horse with him.
Quickly looked at my phone, I'm like, that's not my phone. So...
Alright. Are you guys trying to just add the food sacks you got to your packs?
No, I
Or,
was gonna add it onto our horse of burden over here.
Alright, I assumed as much, but thought I'd ask. Alright, I'm going to switch us over to the world map for your journeying pleasure.
How long is it gonna take us to get to the Isle of Heaven, would you say?
A couple of
couple
days.
days, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, about, I'd say, if you leave now, about 2 days. It took you about,
It would have taken us a day and a half to get here.
yeah, and that was with a sidetrack though, so it would take you about a day to get to the portal, and then, like, at best, and that's if you're hoofing it. So I'd say around 2 days.
Yeah, I don't think that we really got sidetracked. Like, the fight with the wolves, those... We spent... Oh, wait, no, how long? There was... I forgot that we burned them.
Yeah, you burned them, and then there was also trying to hunt them down and things. Yeah, but it was definitely the taking care of the bodies that took the longest.
Yeah.
Couldn't have left him though.
And he was acting kind of shady.
Alright, so, yeah, no, I was just gonna load up the food and anything that we were taking with us, including the breastplate and the sword, onto the horse.
Mm-hmm.
Seems reasonable.
Alright. There we go. So you guys are currently at Stoneborough. It's not that far to the portal, but it is a... the bridge is still mighty long. It's still going to take a while to cross. But yeah, you should be able to make it in about 2 days. And you know that there's an inn relatively near the portal's exit that you could probably try and stay at if you hurry. You might be able to make it before it gets too dark.
Makes sense. So we're heading out now?
That is my understanding.
Cool.
I've got to make a quick run to the restroom and turn on the air conditioner because I'm starting to boil in here. So if people need to do things, now's the time. Or if you just want to chat in character, that's good too.
I'm looking at the breastplate on Beyond. It's like, I lose a point of AC and gain, and then lose my stealth disadvantage, but it's like, I'm not really a person, like, my character isn't really a person who does sneaky things, especially being a paladin of devotion.
I think you just also promised never to do sneaky things.
I did.
So...
I promise never to lie. Like, and
like
that is
underhand kinds of things, but that doesn't mean that you can't be quiet about things.
right. I could do things stealthily, but he's also just not he's not going to be the kind of person who really thinks in those terms. It's just like, no, paladin, justice. I'm here because I'm supposed to be here.
I mean, the enchantment might.
And it might, but we don't know yet. And he's not really willing to risk it being a curse. Even though it's not terribly likely that it's a curse.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Since if we needed to go out of our way to go to the Isle, then that would be one thing. But since that's where we want to bring the child anyway.
Yeah. Someone there can help us, at least for a nominal fee.
Yeah.
Ooh. Never mind. Had a thought, put the thought away.
That's interesting. Oh, I have no tool proficiencies. That's for proficiencies, okay. I looked at tools and it says none, and then I look in my inventory and I have a climber's kit. I'm like, what about that? Oh, I don't have proficiency with it. Gotcha.
Can you have proficiency with the climber's kit? I don't think
know.
it counts as like a tool proficiency. Because it just gives you basically the ability to climb.
Yeah. I was just looking. The ink pen itself costs you 2 copper pieces. The ink for the ink pen costs you 10 gold pieces.
What the frick?
Ink's expensive.
Yep.
It has a lot of rare elements in it.
I mean, fair.
I miss the old quill and inkwell, which was in every edition preceding this one. Now it just says ink pen. I'm not used to it. So I took Divine Favor as my new spell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that I have all these bonus action spells, but they're still all concentration spells. Except for Sanctuary. Sanctuary is not a concentration spell. I have one spell slot left for today. It's the one I newly gained. So, I mean, even if these equipment, the sword and shield, sword and armor, turn out not to be cursed, is anybody here actually intending to use them? They don't seem quite our style.
Depending on the enchantment. On the sword, for me.
It would have to be a pretty good enchantment on that armor.
I was considering the sword, as I didn't mention in character. I'd be willing to attune to it. I'm now thinking, no.
The problem with, even if it has a decent enchantment, without it being a finesse weapon, you can't get your sneak attack damage with it.
Yeah, you mentioned that as
Which,
well. I was just like,
most
I
of
don't
the
like.
rogue damage comes from sneak attack.
Yeah, I was just like, I like that, so I'm good.
I'm speaking in character, just so you're aware.
Oh.
My comment about depending on the enchantment of the sword.
I figured. It sounded like it was in character, or at least it could be.
Yeah. Whereas, over the course of a conversation, that is conveyed.
Mm-hmm. The longsword doesn't really fit my fighting style at all. It's too heavy.
Same.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Have I missed any important in-character discussion?
We were just trying to talk about the disposition of the sword and the armor.
Alright.
They may end up as funds.
Yeah, we could use the money.
It's true.
At least 4 of you could use the money.
I've got 8 gold.
Alright. So, you guys start making a journey back towards the Isle of Heaven.
As the party is now out of the town and very clearly on their way, Dirk is going to stop and look back at the town and say fairly seriously and almost reverently, I vow that I will do all in my power to prevent atrocities such as this from occurring wherever I can. I will be Bahamut's claw, dispensing his justice upon all who would go against the innocent. If I must be sullied to carry this justice out, then so be it. But it will be done.
Is Dirk walking in back or in front of Al?
Dirk would have been near the back of the group, but like it was fairly. He wasn't trying to hide him stopping, and he didn't like let everyone get away from him when he said it, but he just stopped until everyone was now farther along than him, and then said this. And then after saying it, he's going to turn back and continue with the party. With a very grim expression on his face.
Naskel's going to slow the horse that he's leading a bit so that he can fall back to Dirk's position and place a hand on his shoulder.
Al would actually look back out of curiosity because of hearing his footsteps slow, but would be far enough away. Just watch from a distance.
Dirk will look up at Eskel and then smile and nod.
Eskel looks back with resolution in his eyes and gives him a nod and a smile. And after a moment of holding eye contact, he'll look back toward the road and pull tension on the horse and sort of say over his shoulder, "Our journey to bring Bahamut's justice to this world begins." After a short pause, he says, "In earnest."
It shall be swift and strong.
Hmm.
And then I think, unless anyone else has anything else, we can go back to us moving on. But
It shall be swift and strong. It shall be compassionate and even-handed. Immediately tension.
compassion will be extended to those needing it.
You'll actually see Al smile a bit if you're paying attention, but she'll then continue along her way.
Alright. So you guys have gotten on the road, and Dirk has sworn his oath. Is at this point I wish to actually pose a campaign question. Do you guys have any desire for, like, truly random encounters? Or prefer, if I'm going to have there be anything on the road, to do something a bit more planned out?
Random is fine, but I don't really have a
Like,
preference.
Whether or not, if you guys want more or less combat for traveling.
The way I see it is that D&D worlds function as they do because outside of walled cities there are many dangers, and so traveling is dangerous. That's why guards and warriors get hired to guard, to protect caravans of merchants and things. So I think that while there should be dangers out on the roads, as in random encounters, they should be based on the dangers in the area. Like, more populous and less wild areas will have more bandits and highwaymen, but, areas that travel through the mountains or the woods, and where the cities and towns are more spread out, might have more, dangerous feral animals.
Indeed.
So I would say not truly random, but, encounters that make sense for wherever we are and enforce the idea that this is why people usually stick towards cities or hire guards when traveling between them. Especially as we are third level, early, low-level stuff is usually guard duty.
Alright. Yeah, I should clarify. I did, I just meant like. Oh, I'm still blowing over my words. What you said is great. I like the response, but even when I said random, I guess I hadn't truly intended to be fully random. Because it's not like I'm gonna have a purple worm or something randomly appear in the middle of a forest when you're third level.
A shark. A shark appears in the forest.
Land shark.
No, please, no.
Even worse, it's a Sharknado.
Oh Lord, God, no! That was a horrible movie.
Never saw it.
Series of movies. There's 5 of them.
5? I thought there was only 3.
5.
From the one I saw, didn't like it.
Alright. So. Then. So you guys will be traveling for most of the day. Let me get some survival checks to see how well you fare and how far you can.
Remember, guys, we're exhausted.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was just about to remind you.
I'm not.
The ladies aren't.
That's why I said guys.
Oh, okay.
What's actually as the
Yes. Unlike usual, I did mean this one as specifically, alright, male counterparts, we're exhausted.
I got a 7.
Male.
Nice! I rolled a nat 20 and a 17.
I rolled a 15 and a 6.
Do I need to roll? I can't reach the dice. Come here.
Don't move the head.
19.
Don't move the head.
What are we?
Survival?
Survival.
So that is 14.
If you
plus-
Oh, I have a nat 20.
At disadvantage because of exhaustion there, Jebel, Thomas, Zenon,
What's my
Well, that went from
Jabon.
survival plus 3, so that went from 20 to a 19.
I got a 19.
I rolled a 16 and a 17 on die. Fuck you, disadvantage.
I did okay. I got a nat 20 and a 17.
Oof. Disadvantage sucks.
Yep.
Yes.
It is on average 5 lower.
Yep. Now imagine being me, who is at disadvantage most of the time.
We really gotta get you like a pair of shades or a parasol or something.
I mean, it doesn't matter
We don't
mechanically. If what I'm
Not
trying
having
to
out fun.
if what I'm trying to hit is in daylight or trying to see is in daylight, it doesn't matter if I'm in the shade, I still have
You
disadvantage.
have like a magic item that just makes a big cloud over your head that's like 30 feet across.
Yeah. That's what I need. I just need my little rain cloud that follows me around all day.
Al was gonna offer her cloak if she knew it would have helped, but
You did offer it, and he told you it wasn't going to change anything, but thank you.
yeah.
No, it's just, that's what you deal with when you're a drow, and that's when you just talk to your party and say, hey, let's skew our activities more toward nighttime.
Which will work out for most of us.
Word mouth.
Some of you have dark vision.
Yeah, most of us.
Not the important people, but yeah, some of us.
That is funny that everyone has dark vision except for the two nobles.
I mean, technically, I can make light. I do have that cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
But get fucked people with night vision when I do that.
Thanks.
Well, no, because it's still fine. Like
Oh,
we're not negatively affected by the light spell. And
Oh, I
drow-
figured you would be because you're a drow, but
Nope. It's sunlight specifically.
okay.
UV
So
rays.
as long as you're not generating sunlight, I'm fine. It's very
It's-
hard to generate.
It's hard to
sunlight.
generate sunlight.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are very
I
few
was about to
spells
say,
that do it.
can I? No,
There are, I think, what, 2 spells, I think, that generate sunlight?
don't want to bully.
Why are we rolling survival again?
Because we're traveling a long distance.
Ah, okay.
Alright, so let's see. I have all the numbers. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Ash wouldn't be our. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see. 20, 40.
And as far as we know, they didn't roll.
They did.
They did? I don't see it. Where?
She announced it earlier. I don't remember what they rolled though.
Well, even without Ash's roll, you guys still pretty well crushed it.
Except for Dirk.
Despite my best efforts.
Yeah, despite your best efforts. All of you, like, the lowest roll so far is a 17 out of the, 6 of you, aside from the 1 7.
Yo, does the kid need to roll for survival?
No, he's not even steering the horse, he's just holding on to the back of you.
Okay.
Poor baby.
You put him
The
behind
back,
you?
I assumed he was
Yeah,
in
wait a
the
minute.
Yeah.
You put him in front of you.
I don't know how horseback riding works, so
Just tied him to the back of the horse and prayed.
No, I think if you have somebody you're riding
Smaller.
with that's not directing the horse, especially since it's a kid, they'll be in the front. That way, like, you've got your arms around them, so they can't really fall off.
Accurate.
And they can hold on to the pommel.
Yeah.
You stick him
Alright.
between you and the pommel. That way
It's
they're
not the most
trapped.
comfortable way to ride, but
It's safer.
it is significantly safer.
If they're the same size as you, that's when you find people riding behind the person steering it.
Because then they can hold on to the back of you and you don't have to worry about them slipping off the side.
Hmm.
so
Just put your arms around my waist.
Horseback riding is fun.
you know, I'm just gonna leave it.
God, I kind of want to
don't
go
know.
Maybe
horseback
bring it
riding.
up later.
We can. There's actually a place around my dad's.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
They open?
Yes.
Oh.
Emma's been going. I used to go when I was a kid too.
I haven't done it in years since, like, fucking church camp. And everybody knows that story.
Don't fall off the horse.
It's not intentional. Technically, I didn't fall off the horse.
Alright, so you guys make great time and are going to be able to make it to the inn by the time it gets dark.
There's an inn?
Yes, there is an inn relatively close to the teleportation circle.
Should we put Eskel in a cloak and pretend we don't have a drow with us?
No.
Don't you
Okay.
dare take the Rowan approach. Don't do it.
The suggestion is made, and I just sort of look at you very skeptically and say, I'm not hiding who I am.
Okay.
I cannot make the world understand if I pretend I'm something else.
Eskel has some backup here. You can do this. Don't let him get shunned away. I've seen what happens. It's not fun. It involves Bahir.
It involves Bahir.
People would also find out anyway, and it's easiest to have conversations that need to be had immediately, and then you can move on from a good place.
So he's very serious when he says this, and he's going to soften somewhat and say, and besides, I just swore an oath, I'm not going to tell any lies.
That's right.
Would he be telling a lie to wear a cloak?
A lie of
If the
omission is still a
intent
lie.
if the intent is to hide who he is explicitly.
The intent is to wear a cloak, like it's clothing.
Lady Amelie, this little Isle of Heaven is my home. It's where I'm from. We'll be fine.
Yeah,
here.
we're not at Isle of Heaven yet, though.
Correct. That is not until tomorrow.
Are you ashamed of who I am?
I'm not.
No, I'm just tired. I just want to go to sleep.
Well, I'm going to order a bath before I go to sleep.
Mm,
And it will
can't
be
wear a cloak in a
warm,
bath.
and it will be salted.
Salted.
Yes.
Salted
Good for
bath?
the skin.
Ah.
Bath salt.
We're right by the ocean. I'm sure they can bring in salt water.
Speaking of ocean, Owl will look at
Skincare from
Vasilisa.
you.
What did
Oh,
Al
wait.
do? I'm sorry.
Sorry, the cat just
Ow.
rammed its head into the desk.
I heard that.
I did too.
So,
Poor baby.
Al screamed something about speaking of the ocean.
I will look at Vasilisa, actually. We have the jar. Let's just do it and get it over with.
Oh, let's not.
Spreading the ashes. Owl will look to Lady Amelie, very confused. If what our assumption is correct, and reform from the ashes, you can just spread them. And then boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, you will be able to avoid that.
I don't think that's how it works.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
None of us know, which is why it would be best to find someone who does know to take a look at this.
Yes, if is a big word.
Or failing to find someone who does know, keep the ashes with us in hopes that, we are enough to contain any damage it might cause when it rises again.
Or find somewhere to leave it on the Isle of Heaven. There's
mean,
no telling
if we were
cleric for it to be their problem.
if we were to leave it somewhere on the Isle of Heaven because we think it's going to reform into that creature, I would say that somewhere would be in any one of the temples of the good gods,
Right,
with a cleric.
Not like hidden behind a desk or something. I'm gonna hand it over to somebody who knows what it is and knows what it could do.
Shove it in a
When
dark
you
corner.
get
I'm like,
here,
don't think
I'm
about
not
it.
gonna plant a ticking time bomb on the Isle of Heaven.
With a cleric assigned to keep a magic circle around it 24/7.
Right.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, write that one down.
It was just a suggestion. Owl put her hands up in defense.
You'll hear from one of the horses. What's a magic circle, and what's this pot keep talking about?
Talking horse!
That was Tom. I said.
You said we'll hear from one of the horses.
Well,
I
okay,
am
yeah,
sitting right behind Tom. I think I would know if my horse is talking.
Yeah, that's my bad.
And then
Poor
turns
person.
around.
That's my bad. I'm
I will
sorry.
immediately facepalm if she hears Eskel say this.
It's a very unmanly scream.
The laugh is Vaz in character, honestly.
Al is going
Please.
to just look at Eskel and shake her head, face palming.
Wait, is Eskel, like, behind? Am I leading the pack? Again?
I don't know. I
Yes.
mean, we've been traveling all day. I had fallen back so that I could,
Okay. Amelie's gonna turn around in the saddle and just give Eskel a look.
Al will gesture to the
I
child.
didn't know you trained your horse to speak!
It's not the horse, Eskel, it's the child!
Amelie is going to turn right back around and continue on.
Al is just shaking her head.
Okay, what did Tom say again?
He
Now
asked
that-
what a magic circle was.
Hang on, Tom. I'm doing some Googling.
Make an arcana
Well,
check.
you should...
Yeah,
Is it Arcana or is it Religion?
Magic circle is
It would be either. Because it belongs to both schools of magic.
Okay. Yeah, I would make an Arcana check.
Yeah, like, do me a favor. If you ever don't know about something, please ask about trying to know about it in character first before just Googling.
Well, it's something my character would know, probably? So...
Possibly, but I don't believe it's a spell that sorcerers get, so you might not.
Oh, you're talking about a spell! I thought
Oh, yeah.
you said you meant, like, magic circle, like a magic circle, you know?
No, so Magic Circle is a spell that I have name dropped.
Oh, okay.
And so that is, like, can my character roll Arcana to know what that is? Is the
Oh, okay.
And you don't necessarily need to, because you are on the Isle of Heaven, so you would be very familiar with clerics and their abilities.
I think the paladins eventually get it. Am I wrong?
They might, I'm not sure, but at the
You're
very least,
correct.
I need to check.
but regardless if they do or don't, you know that clerics can.
I mostly have Eskel speak from a position of knowledge whenever it comes to a spell that will appear on his list, even
Yeah,
if he doesn't know the
paladins can get it.
spell yet.
Yeah.
Like I know that this is a
Sorcerers
spell,
can't.
and I know that I know a couple things about it.
And in my opinion, with the way I read the rules for how paladins and clerics know their spells, like, even a level 1 cleric knows every spell, just don't have the ability to prepare them until they're stronger.
That's kind of the case, yeah. We're at least aware of them.
Yeah.
You might not be aware of all of the idiosyncrasies of the spell,
I agree with that.
but like it could be fair to say you know, in broad terms, the kinds of things that a spell is gonna do. So like,
Magic Circle.
it is a paladin spell.
Yay! I was just checking.
It's not a sorcerer spell.
No. Cleric, Paladin, Warlock, Wizard, and Arcana Domain.
Which I guess makes it a special cleric spell.
Which is interesting because it's already a cleric spell.
Yeah, but it's a domain spell. So the Arcana domain gets it for free.
Sure, sure.
It's the one that Morgan kept trying to shove in his hammer with, well, kept wanting to try and shove in his hammer with, the glyph thing.
Yeah, the spell storing. It's a
And-
good one because it otherwise has a 1-minute cast time, which makes it impossible to use in combat.
Yeah. So,
So I
Back-
believe that Amelie wanted to check and see if she would know what it is with an Arcana check.
No, I thought that it was, like, you meant, like, drawing a magic circle? I didn't know it was a spell.
I'm still going to say kind of yes to both, because you do draw a magic circle to cast the spell. But yes, it's a spell. It's a spell.
yeah. But if you do want to know more, you can roll.
Fuck it, why not?
You can click the Arcana roll on the Beyond.
Let's see. You said Arcana?
Or
Right?
religion, whichever one is higher.
Religion. Okay, that's gonna be Arcana then. I don't think I know about it because 7.
Woof.
You do not.
Yeah.
Clerics don't get it till 5th level.
It's gonna be a hot minute.
Can't know everything.
I'm just sitting here like we're half, like the 2 paladins are half casters. We don't get it till like 7th level or something.
Yeah.
But so if Amelie doesn't have details on it, then after getting over this initial shock of a talking horse, Eskel will move closer and explain to Tom. We have what we believe can turn back into a dangerous creature, and so Magic Circle would allow us to entrap it so it could not escape and be dangerous to anyone anymore. It will allow us time to figure out how to make the creature stop being dangerous.
So it's like a pin?
Sort of. Sort of like a... It's sort of like a pen, a cage, to keep them in until we know how to make them not dangerous to people.
Cool. Anyways, so as it gets to nightfall and you are approaching the inn, you can see its the lights on it, kind of, shining in what's beginning to be darkness. Can I get a marching order?
Al's still gonna be near the back.
I'll be up front.
Is possible that we'd want Dirk at the very front, since he's also he's a ball of armor, and 2, he's the slowest.
If you're at the front, Eskel can bring up the rear, since he is also a ball of armor, and can see in the dark.
Everybody good with that?
Mm-hmm.
With that.
All right. Then I need everyone to make perception checks with the person in the back at disadvantage for being in the back, and the person in the front being at advantage for being in the front.
Does that include me, or is that just for Dirk?
Just for Dirk.
Because I'm on a horse, I can see over Dirk.
Nat
Correct.
20,
But you
baby.
also don't have dark vision.
Huh?
I said correct, but you also don't have dark vision, which would help.
I rolled a 9.
Would I not have cast light when it started getting dark?
You could have cast light, but it still doesn't reach as far as dark vision.
So yeah, light is going to give you 20 feet of bright light, and then 20 more feet of dim light. Dark vision is usually 60 feet.
Okay.
My dark vision's 120 feet. Fuck all of you.
Hey now.
Look with your special eyes.
My brand.
Oh, because you're saying you can see it?
I didn't notice that I had 120 feet of dark vision.
Do you?
That's what it says on my sheet.
Yeah,
Wow.
drow get 120 feet.
Really?
Booyah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I believe Ash might now have Devil's
I-
Sight. which would also
I was
get-
gonna say, I think I have Devil's Sight now, if I remember right.
Which would also give them 120.
Indeed.
Goddamn elves.
Some of us have disadvantage on this anyway.
What?
Exhaustion.
Right, the guys have disadvantage.
Oh, does that mean I get to reroll, so I roll 1 die?
No, it would have just canceled out and you take the first one.
And I think I'm at an 8.
But I
You
definitely
might
don't
just
know
want to
what the first
roll a
one is.
single
Sure, you
die.
can roll one more time.
Hmm?
I said, since we don't exactly know what the first one is, you can roll one more time and take whatever the result is.
I mean, both of them were lower than or one of them was my passive, and then one of them was lower than that. So, I mean, either way, I'm getting a 9. If we want to just pick whichever one is technically the first.
Okay. Well, don't forget, if you're at disadvantage, your passive technically goes down by 5 as well.
But I'm not at disadvantage because I'm at advantage, and then disadvantage,
true.
so I'm at nothing. So my passive shouldn't be
True.
down by 5.
Pew pew.
Correct.
Nice. Okay, so you said I'm at disadvantage because I'm in the back. Also, I'm at disadvantage because of exhaustion.
Yeah,
So,
but not because of sunlight. It's getting to be dusk, so that shouldn't be bothering you anymore.
right, but I'm still at disadvantage overall. So that means my passive is 7, but my roll was 12. Yeah, my roll was 12.
Okay, so you got 12.
I did better than the guy in the front.
Yep.
Oh.
Just shouting from the back of the line, Dirk, look out!
Huh?
Whomp!
So,
Never mind.
Vasilisa and Al,
Okay.
you believe you start to see some movement in the trees to your left, which would be the south.
Al will pull her bow off her back and knock an arrow. Quite
And
quickly.
get out her mace and shield. And I should be walking next to Lady Amelie. I'd nudge her and say there's something in the trees.
Al would also mention to Eskel, keep your eyes peeled.
I will say, what's going on?
I don't know. But there's movement. It could be anything.
Why do you have to say it like that?
Well then, Amelie,
That's
you're the
ominous.
one... Make it better, Amelie, you're the one sitting with him.
You like children, fix it!
Ugh. Don't worry, Tom. We'll take care of whatever it is.
I love this. The kid asks, what's going on? And immediately the cleric of death goes, the night is dark and full of terrors.
Well,
Prepare
it is!
yourself.
Prepare your anus.
No.
Dirk will turn at the comment to Lady Amelie because unless you're trying to be super quiet about it, he can probably hear.
No, just even
Instead of just like continuing on the way and then being like, where'd everybody go?
Guys?
My ears do more than just frame my face.
Alright. You do manage to catch what looks like a couple humanoid outlines.
Al is going.
Actually, Al would get color because they're not dark vision. Okay.
Yay, Devil's Sight!
So instead, you see. You still can't get quite a clear. You don't get a perfectly clear like shape or like be able to see like pure description, but you can get the color, and it is a darkish purple color,
Who goes there?
similar to that of Eskel.
No way. Me. I'm in the forest. Had to pee.
Better not be you in the forest. That's weird.
Yes.
Al will actually look over a tiny, look out of the corner of her eye and see if Eskel's still right next to her. Or not right next to her, but...
Guys, there's a boss here, and it's me.
Quick question.
Al is going to shout who goes there.
You'll see a when you're addressing, you'll see their head. They kind of, snap towards you in alarm.
We have weapons drawn.
We do?
step forward and
start
drop
drawing-
your weapon if you have any.
You'll be greeted with an arrow.
Oh, great. I'm gonna dodge.
And they miss. Alright, let's roll some initiative. As you'll hear,
Woo! Is initiative
outcry.
something that's affected by disadvantage exhaustion?
I don't think initiative counts as a skill check.
It does. Well, it's not a skill check, but it's a dexterity check.
So it's a skill check.
It's an ability check, not a skill check, and ability checks are what it's affected. So, effectively, yes.
Okay. That's all you need to know.
Because it's not a skill you can choose to be proficient in, but fighters can get half proficiency in it because of their weird champion power.
Okay. Nice.
I wonder if this dice going to roll any other numbers today. Alright,
Disadvantage
color
has
builder,
taken its
that's what I
toll.
need. What?
I said disadvantage has taken its toll.
I'm pretty sure you still did better than they did. Ah, Dork
Oh
didn't.
no!
Nailed that.
Oh, Sam.
Yep, I got a 0.
Oh.
I mean, I rolled a nat 1 and I have a -1, so.
Oh, Jesus.
I think we did a.
Turn to the north,
I think we did a pretty.
thinking that we are being flanked.
I think we did a pretty decent job, like exchanging, like balancing our abilities. Like you've got the negative wisdom, I've got the negative int.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was not perfect. We were built to
Yeah, we're mirrors.
balance each other pretty well.
Yeah, you've got the positive strength. I've got the positive dex.
I do
Together
like
we
the-
are a paladin.
Together we are a paladin.
I do
Hey.
like the this dichotomy. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Hmm?
Anyways, let me make an encounter real quick.
Something about economy. Ability check economy.
Which characters? These characters. Need like.
I do have a question for you, Derek.
Yep.
I doubt it. Is Shadowstep a viable option?
Since I have ruled that, whatchamacallit, Eskel is not in disadvantage from sunlight, you can shadow step.
Yes.
There might be a few places where there's sunlight, and if Lady Amelie is using light, you can't shadow step where you're currently standing. But there are places you can shadow step.
Cool.
I
I just wanted to double check before I. Did any.
oh, forgot. I should have a map for this. Let me see if I still do.
Oh,
The tiniest muse.
the tiniest few.
Yeah.
She's woken up from her second nap now.
Yeah.
What do you want?
They only sleep like 18 hours a day.
She, like, gets rambunctious for 10, 20 minutes and then she passes out.
That's
Very cute.
horrible.
Until she starts chewing on everything.
Yeah. Can't have wires if has cat.
Right, though.
She's chewing on my headphones right now while I wear them. Stop it, you gremlin.
Perfect.
We're still on the big map, just so you know.
Yep, I know.
Okay,
I
just
didn't
making sure.
quite have one prepared, but I have like a file full of maps I can pull up for random encounter type things. So
Cool.
I'm just making one real quick.
Coolies.
Yeah.
What,
So
what
the
the
good one,
hell?
I don't think, but let's see.
Turk, Eskel's being weird again.
Has this changed?
Talking horse!
Um,
It's not my fault, it was the DM's description.
yeah, that was bad.
Rolled with it.
I will get better, I promise, but it just takes time.
I thought it was hilarious.
No, it was very funny. As evidenced by me dying. Hacks up alone.
Cat got worried, or she would have been if she wasn't asleep.
Cat did not notice at all. Cat was laid out.
Yeah.
Why are you just looking at me? You're being weird, Cat. You just wanted to sleep in my arms. Got it.
Oh, that's what hasn't been happening. Tira hasn't been asking to finish the Charterstone game. That's why there's something in my brain that's like, what? Something hasn't happened. Something's missing. There's like 2 rounds left of that game.
I'm gonna get to lined up with the grid if I don't finagle with it for like an hour or so. I will move you guys over.
Finnegal. Oh, look at this lovely little area.
Yeah, it looks big enough for combat, so I can shrink this map to my size. But I'm not going to right now. Okay, now. Did these tokens save properly?
Maybe.
Am I... Oh. Oops.
Hit me.
Yeah.
I'm in the woods. I had to pee.
These... These... Are those... Whoa, not all that.
Amelie, you're huge!
TBRB.
Grab. Dirk is also very large. Everyone's not very.
I learned in large person during the intervening trip.
The token sizes are just all over the place.
Yeah, somebody didn't save properly, which means I'm also going to have to reassign permissions to who can use them.
Wait, can't you just copy paste them from the other one? Maybe you can't. I don't know. That's how I do it on Map Tool. I just highlight all the tokens, I hit copy to go to the new menu map page and hit paste.
It may be possible. I just need Tom and the horses.
Huggers.
Map. Tom.
Fog of War.
I'm putting him there because something opened up in back.
War fog.
Alright.
Nay.
Don't see the other horse, so we're just gonna get 2 roaches.
Nay.
Epona!
Jesus Christ!
Oh yeah, we don't have any music.
Oh. Sorry. That was something I was thinking about earlier, but we got deep into discussions. Well, this means that I can launch straight into battle music. Somebody's, like, fan is getting projected
I
heavily.
had
Baby, you woke the baby.
muted and then unmuted, so it might not have balanced out properly for my talking.
Did I put together a battle music playlist? Don't think I did. I think that was on my list of things to do, but I didn't do it.
Check the Threadboat pin channel. I thought you had something.
Oh no, I just meant, do I have a single URL I can punch in that it'll just play all the battle musics, and I don't think so. I have to enter them one at a time.
I tried being helpful.
I mean, like, I was just trying to make my life even easier than what I had done before. I wonder if this one
Okay,
would be fitting.
everyone should have control of their tokens. Please check if you do.
Let's see. Oh, yep.
Okay, let's see.
I need to turn up the creative pass so I can actually see which lines are correct.
Alright.
It's the white ones. The white ones. Now they're black.
Trying to make them stand out a little more.
I can move Eskel and nothing else.
I can move out.
Oops. The map's upside down. As far as south and north are concerned.
I mean, does it matter?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Just know that if I'm referring to south and north, it's just for this map only, not for actual world.
I don't...
South and north.
Okay.
If that matters for some reason.
I don't think it does.
That's not my horse.
I couldn't find your horse, so you have a new horse.
I don't want that horse.
But it's so dapper!
I don't want that horse.
It's the dapperest of horses.
It's broke.
One might even say that it is dapper as fuck.
I say it's dapper as fuck. That's my opinion.
How do I... here's... Found the button. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Not Al. As these then on, please place your characters just where you think they'd be in the marching order, as I have forgotten.
Already forgotten.
I go fetch a different drow token because the only one I have in here is
Me.
Espels.
There are so many. The internet is rife with them.
Yeah, it'll just take a quick Google second.
Well, once I have I mean, we could always swap in the face I'm using.
This'll do. Looks dope.
Oh lord.
Go.
Whoa.
Oh my!
They're very big.
That's a very big drow.
And also, he's still so very similar to me.
Yeah, oh well.
It's just funny, it doesn't matter. It's just, like, you know, at the end of the day, They're not so very different pictures.
So I went with a Dirk.
That's how far away. Wow. Okay. That's fine.
What's Thenon up to back there?
Oh, Lord.
Almost shut up.
No kidding.
Get your name right.
Nice.
Places in order, because that's
I agree to
what I'm
this.
confused about.
What?
No,
Yeah,
you said that you gotta
people-
move your token to figure out where you are in the arrangement. I just know that I'm at the back. You know, wherever that happens to.
Okay, well then I wouldn't be at back, I'd be in the middle.
If you need to place yourself off the grid, feel free. Like, off the image. There's just a few spaces.
I mean, I'd be walking next to the horse, probably like here.
Okay. Alright. I think I now have everything ready. That took longer than it should have.
Alright, my feet hurt.
So where does the arrow end up?
There.
Just out of curiosity.
I didn't tell them to shut up. I told their brother to. Because they keep using the wrong name.
Mm-hmm. Probably the arrows in this tree over here.
Okay.
Alright. Has everyone rolled initiative?
I did.
Added mine to the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's in theirs.
Yep, everyone should be in chat, I think.
11.
Right. Just got buried in chatter. Okay, I will now write them down.
Yep.
Then got
11.
11. Emily
Apparently,
got 17. Lisa got
Apparently, Amelie's riding a Clydesdale.
16.
Clydesdales are beautiful. Excuse yourself.
Eskel got 10.
Yay, disadvantage.
Dirk, 0.
Yay, disadvantage.
Al, 21.
Boom, baby.
Drow stat block. Where did, oh, you're not. Drow stat block. What's your initiative? I believe it's just +2. Alright, and the Drow got a whopping 6.
Wonderful.
So, Al, you're up first, and that's the one you see. There are others.
Oh. Okay. Give me one sec.
We all gonna die.
Okay.
Right clicks.
Okay. I'm gonna... Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna walk 10 feet and then knock my arrow and try firing back at the guy that tried shooting me.
Alright, please move your token to where it is you're moving. And then make your attack. Be aware he will have 3/4 cover.
He will.
He will.
Okay. That is a 17
17.
in total.
The 17 will miss. It
Yeah.
hits the tree in front of it.
As my bonus action, I'm going to shadow step 10 feet and get almost to Dirk. I'd be adjacent to him.
Are you sure you don't? Okay, I believe you're in light because of
That
the
should
anomaly.
definitely be... Oh, yeah. You should mark out, like, where the shadows are, because it's important in this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say that it's effectively dark enough, like it's effectively dim light everywhere where there's not people actively casting light. So I'm just going to mark out where Amelie's light is.
Okay.
So I'm only going to mark the bright light because the dim light doesn't matter for Shadowstep.
And do remember what the range on Shadowstep at this level is, Ash.
Shadow step at this level is 10 feet, and I'm pretty sure I would have been able to get there no problem. I could be incorrect. Oh,
So if
I would have ended up.
if Amelie's casting a light spell, it's 20 feet of bright light around her horse. So it goes,
Okay.
out to here and back to here.
Okay. I didn't realize.
So
I thought I was. Go ahead.
but you can move in Shadowstep.
Be right back.
Let us know when you have the marking for the light on the map, because I don't see anything yet.
I see it. It's the big green square in it.
I'm saying that because I forgot I have to make it show up for other people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Amelie's the only one who sees it. How's that?
Sweet.
Like, I was pretty sure you could see it when you outlined where the light would be, because you just nailed the corners. I'm like, oh, great, you can see it. And
No, I counted them very quickly, because I'm like, okay, 5, 10, 15, 20. I went 5, 10, 15, 20. Out of curiosity, what did you cast light on?
that is a good question.
Question for Amelie.
Huh? What?
What did you cast light on? Usually you cast it on an object, and that object is now shedding the light.
Oh, I mean, does it matter?
It can. It doesn't necessarily matter, but, like, usually you pick an item that you could easily, like, cover up so that, like, you keep the light spell cast on it, but it's not illuminating anything in case you need to make it dark.
Oh.
And if you put it on a weapon that you throw, that means we need to know that the light travels with that weapon because you threw it. Like, usually people put it on their weapon so that it's in their hand. They can sheath it if they need to hide the light, but wherever they're fighting, they have light. So it could be just on your staff. Or wand? You use a wand?
Staff.
Staff. Think Gandalf with the ball of light at the end of his staff when they're in the Mines of Moria.
Yeah, sure, that works.
But you could also cast it on something as mundane as, like, a coin, and then as long as you have the coin held in your open hand, you're shedding all this light everywhere, and then you could just shove the coin in your pocket, and the light is hidden.
Oh, okay.
Or like an amulet on your chest or something.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be something that you're not holding so that you don't have to worry about it. Something on your belt.
I particularly like the amulet approach myself, because then it also has the benefit of being able to be covered like a coin. You can just pull it back onto your clothing.
Yeah. Probably
The
just do that then.
The benefit of the staff is that it's now always, like, above your head, and it's not blocked by any part of your body. Because then I have to ask, okay, if it's an amulet on your chest, someone standing directly behind you, they would be in shadow then, right? Because...
You know, it would only have like 180 degrees or so of ability to put out light instead of a full 360.
that seems reasonable to me, right? So those are the times where it's like, okay, suddenly it does matter what you illuminated.
Okay.
That's why I like Ash in my game, because I don't have to worry about it. He's floating above the head. He's not connected to the body or the ground in any way, so there's no areas that can't be illuminated. He just sheds light. And light bulb. So unfortunately, I think Ash had to step away for a thing.
Yeah. I mean, their attack is over. Should I just move to the next person, let them finish when they get back, or...
Did they make an attack? They
Yes,
declared
they
their whole
made-
turn?
They made an attack and they were wanting to possibly Shadowstep, but they don't understand why, because they could still just move that same amount of feet.
Right. We can always move on to the next thing and then let them finish their turn when they come back.
Yeah, that's what I was asking, if people were okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Sure.
Alright, next up is Eloise de St. Clair.
Oh, we're, I thought Al was first.
Al's effectively taking their turn, so we're moving on and we'll let them finish when they get back.
Okay. I'm still on the horse with Tom, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Shit. Let's see. And I don't know exactly where the arrow came from, or do I? No.
When someone shoots, they effectively lose their stealth, so everyone can see the person that's currently on the battle map.
Okay. They are.
Oh,
Does that mean everyone here is now aware that the person attacking us is a drow?
Not quite, because you're only gonna barely be able to, because your light doesn't quite reach him. For anyone who doesn't have dark vision, if you have dark vision, you can see enough of his features to know it's at least an elf, but not necessarily a drow.
Yeah, he is completely outside of even the dim light range.
Right, but well, I forgot everything's dim light, not darkness. So yeah, you can still see in color if you have dark. So if you have dark vision, you know it's a drow. Other words, you are having trouble seeing the color because it's just kind of dark over there.
Okay.
I don't know that it's what it is. I just know somebody's over there shooting arrows at us.
Yes, and you heard a cry in Undercommon. Yeah, so if you recognize that language, you could maybe make a guess.
I
Okay.
speak Undercommon.
I also speak Undercommon. What kind of cry out was it?
Surface dwellers! Attack them! Help! Get them first! After he's shot at.
He would be within 60 feet of me, right? I don't have to move?
It does. I think so. Yeah, he's 45 feet away.
Okay, cool. I am going to cast
I knew because I knew where the light ended, and I know that light's 40 feet.
You know, I should have known that, but I lost the figure, so I decided to just double check.
Where's my...
20 and 20.
Okay, I'm going to cast Ray of Frost at him.
Alright, please make the attack. Know that he will be at 3/4 cover. So you may want to use your other spell, which isn't
What? What?
Your others. He currently has 3/4 cover, which affects any attack against AC and dexterity saving throws. However, your other spell, I believe, is a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't
Then
count.
let's do Frostbite. I say D6. Oh, actually, wait. I can just use this, right? What?
So if you're using Frostbite, I have to roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it
So,
then.
if it's a saving throw, you just declare that you're using it and what the DC is.
Okay.
So what is the DC?
13 Constitution.
Alright, he fails. Roll damage.
God damn it! I rolled a 1.
Alright, and that is all of the dice with and all of the modifiers added on, if there are any.
Are there modifiers?
So
There shouldn't be.
Not yet.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. But I'm saying as a generic thing. You should say see under damage. It'll say 1d8 or whatever plus something. And if there's no plus, then there is no plus.
Does it have any other effects?
1d6 on a failed save, the target takes and has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Cool.
There you go. You have imposed disadvantage on the enemy.
Good.
Which is certainly something.
As you fire off this attack, what does Frostbite exactly look like?
Frostbite.
Should have a little bit of a description.
Yeah, you can either read the description or make something up yourself.
Yeah. Either is fine.
It just says you cause a numbing frost to form on one creature that you can see within range.
Right. So from our end, nothing travels from you to them, but you are making obvious gestures with your staff to cast the spell.
Okay.
As you have caused frost to appear and creep up his body.
Yeah. So as you cast the spell and we hear all this, I know that Eskel would quickly say, "The enemy is drow. Try to be non-lethal."
I mean, you probably should have said that before I attacked.
It's not an accusation.
Frostbite is not lethal.
It is.
Anything that isn't
kind of
so, just a quick refresher, anything that isn't a melee attack, you don't get to choose whether they go unconscious or die. They just die.
Oh. Well,
So I'm not saying don't attack with spells, I'm just saying don't lay into one single one with all of your spells in case it kills them.
I mean,
Nah.
if you guys really want, I could, for enemies of your choice, allow them to go into death saving throws as opposed to just straight dying.
Since the person, I'm, in favor, but Vasilisa is our cleric, so if that's something that she wants to deal with as well.
I'm sorry, what happened?
So normally enemies in combat that are not, people in combat that are not player characters don't do death saving throws, they just die once they're reduced to 0 hit points, unless you melee attack them, and then the player character can say, I choose to knock that person out instead of killing them. He's saying that, so normally spells just outright kill. He's saying that they could instead go into death saving throws, giving us a chance to not kill them if we wanted to, even while still using spells. Do we want to give death saving throws to certain enemies?
Humanoids.
Well, you don't have to choose
Definitely.
now. You can just pick and choose as we go into encounters, or even if, as you down them, instead of saying, I choose to knock it out. I choose to let it have death saving throws.
Yeah, I think that sounds like we're both in favor of that then.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you feel about that, Sam?
If Derek is okay with it, the only thing is that it makes more work for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm fine with it because I've
Here's the
always
fun,
found it
though.
annoying when there's something you want to keep alive and casters are basically, well, I'm hands off. It's a pain for the players, and it's my goal to make it as fun for you guys as possible.
I mean, it's a 6 of one, half dozen of the other thing, because on one end, it just means that we have to be more strategic, and on the other side, you know, it means that we can be less strategic. I don't mind either, but I'm just saying that my character is saying, if we cannot kill them, we should not.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't mind, especially because you don't have to do it all the time. It's just if you want to.
Yeah. And I'm not telling the player character they're not allowed to kill anything. I'm saying to the player characters, their character has been asked by another character, please don't kill them.
I can try my best, but I make no promises.
He nods grimly at that. Alright, who's next?
Oh, wait, don't I still have... Can I still do something, or no?
You
You can use a
move.
bonus action or a movement action, or both.
We get off the horse.
I'm still on the horse, yes, so...
So the horse would move. The horse would move.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back a little bit.
Okay,
I can't move the horse, so...
I'll move the horse.
Yeah, if you just want to move me back, like, next to the other horse.
You can move to there.
That's fine.
So much stuff. Oh, I like that it moves with the character. That's so much nicer than Map Tool.
Yep, it's an aura. I love
Yeah.
that. It's like,
I wish Map Tool had that.
yeah. They both have their ups and downs.
Uh-huh.
Because I wish I had the template things for AoEs.
Alright, who's next?
Next is Vasilisa, Cleric of the Raven Queen.
I am gonna go ahead and I believe I can do this. Verbals. Wait, maybe I can't do this. Hold up. Can I do that? Can I cast Aid, Derek?
Aid.
I have it prepared.
What's the casting time?
One action.
Then yes, you may cast Aid.
Alright, I'm
That's your
gonna go ahead and cast Aid. Instead of engaging. And your spell bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range for 5 more hit points. And those are going to go to Dirk, Eskel, and Al.
May I make a suggestion? Have you considered possibly giving one of those sets of hit points to Tom?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I forget that I can help the child. Right.
Wait, if I cast a spell on the child, does that mean I have to speak to him?
Right, do I have to...
I mean, you have to kind of speak at him, not really to him.
Okay.
Speak around him.
Speak around the child. So, we're gonna keep it on the paladins, because they're more than likely gonna get closer.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then, Tom, I just remember what happened with the wolves, and have more
It
health.
went great.
Flies.
So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to also step back a little. Like, I don't
Sorry,
wanna...
what?
So yeah, I'm gonna cast Aid and then step back, and that'll be my turn.
Alright, it seems that Al has returned. So, Al, you're willing to move or something at the end of your turn?
I wanted to use Shadowstep, but I can't.
I mean, you can still walk. You only moved a few feet from where you started.
Oh, this is fair. Hold on, let me check the measure. Because I started here. I would want to try and get out of the light, as weird as that sounds, but makes sense. So, I would be able to, I'm pretty sure, continue my movement to here.
Yeah, I think that's 25
Alright.
feet total.
So, I would be out of darkness,
Well,
or out of light.
Into darkness. Just like Star Trek.
I'm not gonna use Shadowstep yet, but yeah, I just wanted to be out of the light. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to do anything with your bonus action? Perhaps, hide or dash if you wish to continue moving?
I would like to try to hide, if that is possible.
You can attempt to hide. You're near a tree. You kind of duck to the side of it.
Okay. That would be... what? Stealth?
Stealth.
Yeah, you roll stealth.
That is a 17 plus 5.
20.
So that's at 22.
So, yeah.
Alright, you are hit.
Cool.
Stealthy ninja. Alright, back to where we were in the turn order. Vasilisa, is there anything else you want to do with your turn? Like move or...
I moved back one.
Okay.
So I could be in front.
Thanon. You're up.
Mm-hmm. How dark is it outside this thing of light?
It's dusk, so it's all dim light.
Okay. I'm going to head... I can head to here, can I? Like, is this still...
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and stealth.
Alright.
$12.
Wow.
Sorry.
Alright. Let me check their passive. Is it not list past perception on their snout? I guess not. So it's just the perception plus. The drow you're currently aware of still seems to be able to keep track of you.
Okay. I'm going to prepare an action that I'm just going to... drawing my crossbow, loading it, prepare an action to shoot one if they come into a clear line of sight.
Alright. That's your turn. Esco, you're up.
Alright, I'm just gonna quickly say, I'm gonna try and talk them down. Feet. We had our weapons drawn because we saw things, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Can I get to here? This is 60 feet, double move.
I believe so. I didn't really see where here is.
Oh, I'm still holding the character, but I thought you were able to see my movements. There.
I can't once you set it down. I can see the path. Alright, yeah, you can do that.
Okay. I'm going to dash up. I have sword and shield drawn. And I'm going to speak to him with the remainder of my time in Undercommon. And say, "Brother, what do you want with these people?"
So kill them in the name of Loth. I can never say that name right.
Loth.
Loth.
Loth. Loth. LOL!
Alright. What are you doing with the surface dwellers?
I am Kilgarath, the one you left to die, and I have found my place on the surface.
That seems like about 6 seconds.
Yep. Whoever's next. Oh, wait.
Next.
No, hold on, sorry. I do believe that there is something I can do.
Shield of Faith or something?
I'm going to drop Sanctuary on the boy, because that's a bonus action.
Alright. Normally that's what the range is, but you basically started out next to him, so don't really care.
Yeah, the range is 30 feet, and I did start next to him. I was here.
Yeah, that's like one lightning proof, even.
So yeah, bonus action, Sanctuary, and then dash to there and speak. That's my move. That's my turn.
Alright. Next up are the drow. So.
This is gonna be a rough fight.
First, probably the one you guys can see. Then help us, and you can return with us. As he'll attempt to step by you.
Okay. I mean, if he triggers, yeah, I'm going to attack of opportunity. I still have a reaction, at least. I believe I do. I don't think exhaustion takes that away from me yet.
It does not.
Okay, cool.
You shouldn't have to worry about your exhaustion at this point in the fight. The only person who would is Thinnon, who needs to worry about stealth checks.
Right. Okay, then yeah, I'm going to have to attack him. No advantage or disadvantage. I rolled an at one. I have
no!
I have inspiration. Oh.
Oh, that reminds me, Dirk, if you don't have inspiration, please take some for your oath earlier.
Alright.
Alright. So that is a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. He takes 9 points of non-magical piercing damage.
9 points.
And I say,
after you.
as I strike at him, I say, "These people are my charge. I will, however, help you escape Lolth."
After after a cry of pain, saying, "Kill him like the rest." Alright. Next up. Well, not next up. Because he still needs to finish. That was an opportunity.
In common to the others, I say, non-lethal, we're sending a message! Again, I don't know if anyone's going to listen to me. Is that his full movement?
No. Unless
Okay.
you have to get null. I just...
That was 15 feet so far.
Yep. That's just why I stopped, because you didn't attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I did the attack of opportunity, but I don't have any, like, sentinel or anything yet.
The Sentinel the first one you're intending to take? Or the second one?
I'm still debating. I think that medium armor master is going to be the first one to take because it'll increase my AC by 1 and reduce my penalty to stealth. But I don't know yet. I'm still debating.
Mm-hmm.
That just seemed to have the most benefits out of anything I could do.
To your question, Ash, yes, Al can make attacks non-lethal if they attack in melee, not with a ranged weapon, however.
Got it.
But it was discussed while you were gone that if you kill a target, you can choose to send them into death saving throws as opposed to killing them outright.
Okay.
I think that's a pretty good compromise, honestly. Not bad.
Agreed.
Okay, so he will make a few gestures after taking this blow and cast Darkness.
Darkness.
And so where there was once light, darkness now emanates from the center of Lady Amelie's staff.
Ooh.
Yikes.
So
Wait, what?
rude. Darkness is a higher level spell. Well, actually.
What? Why is darkness on my staff?
Because he cast a spell.
Why'd he do it to my staff?
Because
It
you're
was
stabbing.
producing light.
No, I thought we said it was the amulet I was wearing.
Or amulet, sorry. Last I heard it was the staff, my bad. So, the amulet is what it casts it on.
Okay.
Whatever's
So-
shedding light now is shedding darkness.
Actually, no, he cast it on the staff, because the amulet can get put away, but the staff not really. So,
Fair.
cast it on the staff.
So would I still have the light, or does the
No,
darkness...
it
No.
dispels the light spell.
Okay.
I do have a question for the person that created the subclass, which would be Tristan in this case. Does Shadowstep apply to magical dark?
Yeah, the only thing that stops Shadowstep from working is bright light.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Shadowstep
Or
can be used
anti-magic
in
field, I'd assume.
anti-magic, yeah. But dim light, darkness, and magical darkness, it would still all function in. Just normally, like if it weren't, the subclass is designed to work in magical darkness.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
thank
why
you.
It's why you get Devil's Sight, because otherwise there's no way to actually create darkness in this game.
Gotcha. Thank you. I was just double checking because I was just like, crap.
Yeah.
So
So
you see the light go out after he makes a gesture, but you actually don't see the darkness due to your Devil's Sight.
Yeah.
you should describe everyone who's affected by it, though.
Everyone except for Al and Eskel are covered in magical darkness and are unable to see, even with dark vision. And this will give anyone that you try and attack or anyone that tries to attack you disadvantage due to not being able to see.
So basically, this big cloud of darkness began emanating from the staff. It doused the light being shed by the amulet, and all of you, even those that can normally see in darkness, find that you are blinded by it. You are now effectively fighting blind.
And then he will continue to move.
Whiny doggy.
Sorry, she wants attention.
How dare you look at your computer all day?
So does this effectively work the same way as the light would work, though, if she were to put it, underneath something? Would it stop working?
It's possible. If you want to know specifics, you can roll Arcana.
I don't think I have anything to add, do I? No, 19.
That's pretty good.
19. Then you pull up the spell description, as you would know. Alright. Oh. I did a bad. It cannot be, an object that is...
Carried or worn.
Yeah.
But he could still, like...
Oh, no, that's not what it says. If the point you choose is an object you are holding... Oh, but it can't be one that somebody else is holding. So yeah, it can't be on the staff, so it's actually just in Lady Amelie's space.
Well, so he could just scoop up a pebble from the ground, cast darkness on it, and throw it.
Yep. Or just
Cast
in space
it on a
itself.
pebble that's over there.
Or that. I don't know if touching is necessary. I don't yet have darkness.
It's not. It's 60-foot range, 15-foot sphere.
Okay, then yeah.
15-foot radius sphere.
Easily, he could do that. I don't think I get it till 5th level.
But the point was having it be something that the party was going to have to carry around, so they wouldn't necessarily be able to get out of it. So instead, just cast it in space.
Yeah.
But so your question's effectively pointless at this point, but I'll still answer it. The darkness emanates from the darkness that completely covering the source of darkness with an opaque object, such as a bowl or a helmet, blocks the darkness. So it would work, but not in this scenario, because it's just emanating from the world itself now, as opposed to an object.
Okay, he created an unmoving sphere of darkness centered on a point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's going to be unmoving regardless unless he casts it on himself, which he doesn't want to do.
Oh my goodness, whiny puppy.
Yeah.
Alright, Stroud the Second will make his move.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go get her a pig's ear so she shuts the fuck up.
Okay. Eskel, you're going to take an attack.
Attack? My brothers! Why?
Because you are perfectly in range.
I mean, yes. It's true.
I'm sorry. That's a 20 on die.
Oh, that's a crit.
So, where's my d6? Oh, you have the d6. This set doesn't have a d6 over here. Well, sorry, Cyrus's d6. You're gonna get used instead.
We don't have a lot of health at this level, Sam. I'm probably not in a good way now.
You're gonna be fine. I minimize damage. So that's 4.
Oh. Yay,
4
crit.
damage. What?
I said, yay, crit.
My dice don't like being betrayed, so it rolled 2 1s.
The hell?
You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
And also, is that the one for the spell, or is he making 2 saving throws?
Is Sanctuary concentration?
Isn't it?
Sanctuary is not a concentration spell.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay, so no.
Sanctuary just has a
one.
duration. That's it.
Yeah, so he just has to make one for the drought poison.
Okay.
As I'm sure he is well aware is on these things.
Oh, yeah. No. That's one of the reasons I took the time to do it, because I figured the kid was not going to attack, so Sanctuary should not fall off.
Yeah, it's like the perfect protect this NPC spell.
Yeah. I got a natural 20 on my saving throw, so I don't even need to add my lovely ceremony die. So that is...
Oh, yeah, I forgot that's still on.
Yeah, so for con, that is a 22.
Alright, so you're fine.
This was an arrow or a quarrel?
Quarrel. It was from a hand crossbow.
Okay.
Firing.
Ah! Brother, why? I'm giving you this chance to run back!
As we did the same. One moment. All right. Next up is this. I'm on the wrong layer. Oh no, I didn't have it. Well, get this guy to jump in there. It's not going to have line of sight through that tree, so he's going to move.
I do have a question about my character's knowledge in this situation.
Alright.
We are now back in the greater area of the Isle of Heaven, effectively. We're
Yep.
on the mainland around it, which means that we are in a part of the Underdark that I imagine that my character's from, since he was brought back to the Isle of Heaven after the...
That's quite possible. If you want to be that way, it certainly can be.
I figured these people might be either from the same House of Drow as me, or one that we're very familiar with.
Alright. I don't know offhand what your House of Drow is.
We're Shadowbend.
Yeah. If you want them to be from the same house...
I think that it would be meaningful for my character if they were.
Alright. Then they shall be from the same house.
Thank you.
So then they should be recognizing your name.
They could. They certainly could, or at least if they go back, which is my character's hope, is that they go back alive from this, that they can then talk about it and bring it up.
Alright.
So they may not necessarily know who I am by name, but it's something that they could take with them if any of them survives.
Alright. Well, let's see. This one's... They're gonna just keep shooting.
Okay.
Because they want you unconscious, and they don't have natural drow poison on their swords.
Hmm.
So let's see.
I should have given myself Sanctuary.
What?
I said I should have given myself Sanctuary. Sanctuary would have been gone anyway because I opportunity attacked.
What house are you, brother? You'll hear from this one.
Ping him again?
Boop.
Okay. I lock eyes with him through the dimming light of the evening and say, "As you, brother, I was formerly a Shadowbend."
Then why do you strike at your own?
I am no longer House Shadowbend.
That will actually be his turn, because he'll have talked too long, but he's trying to...
He's trying to understand the situation. It makes sense.
Yeah. And so he'll keep moving over to here. Yeah,
All of this is taking place in Undercommon, so I think the only other person who understands is Dirk, who's lost in the shadows.
Yeah.
But if you're not being quiet about it, then
We're shouting at each other.
Yeah, they're shouting. You can hear. Alright.
I said shadows, Sam, not concert.
I'm just gonna pop all the drow onto the like this one too on the token layer, so I don't have to keep switching back and forth.
Oh, I'ma die.
I actually have a question for the DM.
I'ma die.
Yes.
Undercommon. Is it a variant of Elvish?
To an extent,
It
but
uses
you wouldn't be able to
Elvish
understand
script.
it strictly by speaking Elvish.
Yeah. It uses Elvish script, but it's really not Elvish anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright, so this
It is
one's
to
just
Elvish
going-
what French is to English. You can read French by speaking English, but you don't know what it means.
So this one's just going to dash up.
Boof.
They last saw the elf
Oh god,
over
there's
here,
so
and that
many
is
of them.
their primary
gee.
target being drow.
Yeah, I'ma die.
Please don't.
It's not gonna go well here.
So he's gonna move here, and even though he's this close, he's still gonna shoot you because drow poison.
I'm 5 feet away, you coward.
Let's see. Their hit is +4, so that's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright.
You rolled a natural 20 and a 19.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Before that, it was like 3 4s. So it's not like it's all terribly high. Take 6 points of damage, please, and then make our Constitution save.
Constitution save, I would say 14. Wait, no, I get an extra d4, I think. 18.
18.
Thank
Alright.
you,
You're fine.
ceremony.
You're perfectly fine.
Yay! 6 points of damage. Well, almost perfectly fine, except for all that damage. Oh, I'm so hurt now.
Fine from a
How much
certain point of view.
damage have you taken? What did I miss?
I mean, I'm not at half yet, but I'm getting there.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, that's
You're
worth.
including your aid, right?
Oh, wait, hold on. Aid was how many HP? 4?
5.
5. Okay, no. And that's temp HP, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's max HP.
Oh, it's
Isn't it?
max HP.
Wait,
Oh, no, I'm
wait
thinking
a
of
sec.
bless. No,
Let me pull it open.
Yeah, please.
I think aid gives you an increase to your maximum HP.
Yeah, that's something also I was mentioning.
Yeah,
The one
maximum.
Okay,
one
max
opportunity
HP
attack
modifier
is-
5.
The one opportunity attack is super bloody.
Okay. Alright, I'm... the total number of damage I've taken is the same, but I'm much further from bloody than I was.
By about 5.
By about 5, yeah. Man, you're good at guessing, Sim.
I just had a feeling,
Right? More than a feeling!
Then that's it for the top half, and now for the bottom two.
I got a feeling that this fight's gonna be a good fight.
So this
I don't
one
think it's gonna be good for
is
us.
gonna make a perception check to try and spot Al. And okay, I need to get a new D20 here in a second.
Oh Jesus.
No,
So
you don't.
what's 20? So what's the perception? So they got 22. I believe Al's stealth was 22.
Yes.
So you get spotted on that 5% chance to get spotted.
God damn it!
Sheesh. The thing I wanted to do on my next turn I can't do.
If I swear, if I'm rolling another quick crit, I'm just tossing it out the window.
It needs
Swear
to
to
go in the
God.
forever box. It has
Like-
to learn a lesson.
It goes in
Nail
dice
stuff in there.
prison because it's rolling too well.
So
My dice need to be.
uh,
Al
you
is actually gonna look scared if
You,
they look hard enough.
You've effectively lost your stealth because you've been ousted.
And they can also see in the dark, correct? Shit.
Yes.
They're like me. I can see in the dark. They can see in the dark. Purple-skinned bastards.
So, this one's going to take a shot at you with disadvantage due to range.
Okay.
And it's likely going to miss. Okay, does a 6 hit you?
No.
Okay.
I'd cry if a 6 hit me, Derek.
Yeah, so would I. That'd be impressive to have -4 dex as a rogue. Like
Right?
Alright, that's it for the round. Dirk, drop the hammer.
Okay.
Of Dawn?
Please do. Please actually do.
Dirk's about to drop the hammer and dispense some indiscriminate justice.
Oh yeah. I am going to move forward since I'm hoping that I will get out of this darkness at some point by moving in the direction that they are. Get to see that one. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
On the dude in front of me. And then get up to him and smack him.
Real good.
Which D20 do I want to use? I want to use this one.
I feel the death.
Missing horribly.
Are you
You
sure?
know, I'm gonna use my point of inspiration.
Yeah.
I
For the
rolled a
record,
2 on.
I have this out a lot more than most DMs, so feel free to use them whenever.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 on die, so that was. And now, I got a whopping 3 on die.
That one needs to go in the forever box too. I'm just
Both
saying,
of
you
them?
gotta
Both
do.
of my dice? So I think that all of the being Dirk has told me is that I need to play characters who don't hit things because I can't. So I just shouldn't.
Let me be Laramentus again.
Your dice needs to be punished.
Where my purpose there is to be the intellectual and the information box, and if I need to hit something well and I don't, it's okay.
It's not that much of a problem. I will say in voice-related things, something that I posted in the Discord, that it is the time that we usually use as a hard stop, and we just hit the end of a round of combat, unless somebody got like a -1.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else rolled a nat 1.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring up the fact that I don't know if we want to call it here this week, so that we start at top of the order in the combat.
It's 12:10.
Alright, let's call it then for Thomas's sake.
I didn't even tell the music to stop. It just did.
Oh, it's back.
Oh, music.
Huh?
Okay, I have got to go.
Okay, bye, Thomas.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.
This will be an interesting fight.
Nope.
I'm